Hello and welcome to Pabbly. So today in this video, we are going to discuss the top 10 LinkedIn automations that you can set up with Pabbly Connect. So if you're using LinkedIn marketing solution to generate some leads on LinkedIn, these top 10 automations are going to help you a lot. So using these automations, you can add the new leads which you are generating on LinkedIn into your CRM application like Pipedrive, GoHighLevel, or you can also add those leads into your email marketing platform as well, just like MailerLite, GetResponse, or any other platform of your choice. Also, you can automate the process of scheduling and meeting instantly as the new lead is generated. So, for example, a new lead is generated in LinkedIn marketing solution on your LinkedIn profile, and then you are going to automatically schedule a meeting with the same lead as well, without any manual process. Also, you can automate the process of verifying the email address of the leads and also adding those leads into a CRM application or any other platform as well. So, the possibilities with automation are endless. So without any further delay, let's start with this complete guide and understand in a step-by-step manner that how you can set up all these top 10 of automation all by yourself.
In this video, I will show you how you can send your LinkedIn lead generation form leads on Microsoft Teams channel automatically. So assume that I'm running ads on LinkedIn for which I have created a LinkedIn lead generation form. Now whenever a new lead is captured via that form, I would like to send those lead details automatically with my team so that they will aware of every single lead captured via our LinkedIn ads. So if you also want to set this automation in LinkedIn lead generation form and Microsoft Teams, then come with me and I will show you everything step by step. Now to automate this process, I'll have to first build an integration in both the applications, okay? And I am going to integrate these two with the Pabbly Connect, which is an integration and automation software. And since I'm an existing user, you can see I am already logged in. You can also create your free account in Pabbly Connect in just 2 minutes from the sign up free button. And in the free account, you will also get free tasks to test this automation. Now, once you will reach to the dashboard, firstly click on this blue button, that is create workflow, and then provide a random name to your workflow, to your automation, okay? So I have provided the name as send LinkedIn lead generation form leads on Microsoft Teams, okay? Now click on create and then you will notice 2 boxes in front of you, okay? So these are called as trigger and action, okay? And here the trigger means when this happens and action means do this. So whenever this happens, then automatically do this. Try to understand with an example also. Let's say whenever a sale happen in a payment gateway application, then automatically send an email via Gmail application to your customers, okay? So this is how you need to always select the applications in which you are building an automation in this trigger and the action window, okay? According to our use case, whenever any new lead is generated via your LinkedIn lead generation form application, then automatically send those leads to your team on Microsoft Teams application. So I have selected both the application in the trigger and the action window, and here we have this Microsoft Teams application, okay? And now the idea here is I'm going to connect both the applications one by one with the Pabbly Connect, okay? So firstly I will select the trigger event, that is whenever a new lead generation form response is received, this automation should trigger. So that is why I have selected the same. Now click on this connect button, then directly click on add new connection, click on connect with LinkedIn lead generation form, and then you will have to provide the access of your LinkedIn account. I have provided this access multiple times, okay? So I can use the existing connection also, okay? So I have selected the same, clicking on save, and this is how my LinkedIn account will be immediately connected with the Pabbly Connect. You can also go with the existing connection if in the first time you have already built the connection, you have already provided the access, okay? And here you can notice the same account via which I am already logged in is visible here. You can notice Naveen Kole, okay? Let me show you the same account, that is Naveen Kole. And in the lead generation form also, whatever the forms I have created inside my account have started visible here. Let me show you and which particular form I am going to select here, okay? So let me show you, these are several LinkedIn lead generation form, okay? And I am going to select which form, okay? So first firstly I will show you the advertisement which I am running. Basically I'm not running any live ads, but this is just into the draft mode. Okay, so this is the campaign group name, which is Pabbly Connect, and in this group I have created a campaign with the lead generation name. Okay, and here exactly you can find two advertisement. Okay, this is one advertisement and this is another advertisement, and here you can notice both the advertisement are actually into the draft mode. Okay, so if I will edit this ad in front of you, okay, so where is the edit button? Let me show you. Alright, so here you can notice if I will edit this form, edit this advertisement in front of you, you will notice that which particular lead generation form I have associated. I will show you that form. Okay, and then we are going to select the same form. Okay, so when you will scroll down, you will find an option of the form details, and with this particular advertisement, sample lead generation form, this particular form is associated. Okay, so I am going to select the same into my Pabbly Connect dashboard. Okay, so I have come back here. This is my dashboard, and here you can notice the same form is visible at the top only. Okay, so I have selected the same, and as soon as I click on this button, you will notice that it will start waiting for the response. No, it has not waited for the response, it has generated a blank response. Now why it is giving me a blank response? Because currently there is no such data available into my form. Okay, so what lead information it is going to send me? Okay, so firstly I will have to submit my LinkedIn lead generation form, and after that I am going to click on this button, and then you will notice how the lead details will be captured via Pabbly Connect as a response. Okay, so this is my advertisement. Okay, assume that the user has just landed on this ad, and this is about looking to hire a digital marketing expert for your business. Fill the form below and we will contact you shortly, and we offer SEO and digital marketing services to the companies. Do you want to increase the traffic and your search engine ranking? Okay, so assume that user is really interested in increasing the traffic of his website, so that is why he is going to click on this apply now button, and this is how our LinkedIn lead generation form will be open up. Okay, and as a user I am going to submit this LinkedIn lead generation form with some dummy data. Okay, so let me add the dummy email address, that is demo@pabblytudes.com. okay, asking for the phone number, so again I am going to provide a dummy phone number, a 10-digit phone number. Alright, so I have provided the same, and in the first name, last name and the company details, well, I don't need to fill these details because my form has taken the default values from its account, from its page. So let me again take you to my LinkedIn account. This was the advertisement section. Okay, let me directly click on this ad group, and firstly I am going to open this ad in front of you. Okay, and when I will edit my account, okay, so this is the option. I am going to click on this view profile, and then I am going to edit my profile. You will notice that in my profile, as the first name and as the last name and as the company name, few details are already provided, and since I am not running any live ads, so my form is taking these default values from this account only. Okay, so here you can notice as the first name, this Pabbly and the subscription billing management service, these details are already filled. Okay, so that is why my form is taking these default values. Okay, but assume that you are running some live advertisement, so in that case it is not going to capture the default value. Whatever the lead will capture, basically it is going to provide that particular data, not this dummy data. Okay, so finally I am going to submit this form with some dummy data in front of you, and after the submission I will click on this button once again, and this time you will notice that in the response the same details will be captured. Okay, so let me show you the details one by one. So here we have the name of the form. Alright, here we have the email address of the person. It is the same email address which we have provided at the time of form submission. We have the same phone number as well, and remember we have provided some default value as the first name and the last name and the company name. Okay, so we have the exact data, the same data. Okay, so the presence of this data clearly shows that the connection in between our LinkedIn lead generation form and Pabbly Connect is working absolutely fine. Okay, so now onwards what will happen? Every time someone is going to submit your LinkedIn lead generation form, the details will be captured via Pabbly Connect in every 10 minutes, because this trigger will check for the new data in 10 minutes. Basically, the trigger here is the polling based, which is going to fetch the data in every 10 minutes. Okay, and once the data is captured, what should be the next step? So basically, it should send the lead data to Microsoft Teams application, basically to your team. Okay, so that is why I am going to select the send message in our channel, and just like I have connected LinkedIn and Pabbly Connect, now I am going to connect to Microsoft Teams and Pabbly Connect. Okay, so again you will have to go with the new connection and click on this button, and after that you will have to provide the access of your Microsoft Teams account. Okay, so I'll wait for that. Alright, so since I am already logged in into my Microsoft Teams application, instead of asking me the credentials, it is asking me for the permission only, and as soon as I provide the permission, you will notice that the authorization will be successful and Microsoft Teams application account will be connected with the Pabbly Connect. So here you can notice it is connected, and since we are connected, whatever the teams, whatever the channels I have created inside my Microsoft Teams account have started visible here. Let me show you the same. Here you can notice I have created 5 teams, 1, 2, no, these are actually not 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, and the same teams are visible here. So assume that me and my team is working on this Pabbly Connect channel, Pabbly Connect team, and that too in this Pabbly team. Okay, and I would like to send the lead data here exactly. So that is why I am going to select the same channel, that is Pabbly Connect, and in this channel also basically I have firstly selected the team, and further I am going to select the channel, and as I have shown you in this Pabbly Connect team, I have selected the channel as Pabbly team. Okay, so let me select the same, and from here exactly you can compose your message which you would like to send to your team. Okay, so basically I would like to send the lead data. Okay, so firstly I will write something like, hello team members, a new lead has just got captured via LinkedIn ads, or I can also write via LinkedIn lead generation form. Okay, lead generation form. Details of leads are as follows. Okay, and here I'm going to provide the details one by one. Basically I'm going to share the details. Okay, so firstly I want that the name of the person should be shared, and remember we have just captured our LinkedIn data, which I don't need to manually copy and paste it here. Okay, I am going to map this data, and mapping is very simple. You just need to click on this field and you will find the same data of the above data here in the drop down. Okay, so let me search for the first name. Okay, so here we have the first name as Pabbly. After that I am going to map the number of the person. Okay, so let me also search for the phone number of the person, which was something 96666. I'm also going to attach the email. Basically I'm going to map the email address. Now you must be thinking that what is this mapping which I am repeating again and again in front of you. Okay, so whatever the details I have mapped here, these details will be replaced automatically when this automation will work in real time, and whatever the details I am providing here manually, these details will remain same. Okay, let me also map this last name. Okay, and the last thing left is the company name. Okay, I have collected only few data, only 4 to 5 details via my form, so that is why I have few details only. But again it is completely up to you that what information you would like to collect from your users, and then you can send that information with your team. Okay, so lastly I am going to map the company name, which was Magnet Paints. Okay, so I think I have provided all the data, and as I have told you, the details which I have provided manually will remain same. The details which I have provided with the mapping is going to change automatically. Okay, so that is why mapping plays a major role inside this automation, and this is how this automation is going to take place. Let me also correct this last name, okay, because I have mapped this value at the wrong place. Okay, I have also corrected the spelling. Clicking on this button, save and send test request, and now I will wait for the response to receive. And as soon as the response is received here into the Pabbly Connect, I can expect that the message has been sent. Here you can notice the message has been sent. Basically the response is received, and yes, into our Microsoft Teams application the same message is arrived. Let me show you the details. Hello team members, a new lead has just got captured via LinkedIn ads or LinkedIn lead generation form. Details of leads are as follows: the name, the last name, the number, the email and the company. Okay, so this is how now onwards every time someone is going to submit your LinkedIn lead generation form, those leads will be immediately sent to our team on Microsoft Teams channel automatically. And for that you need to create this automation inside Pabbly Connect just once. After that you can sit back and relax, because Pabbly Connect will take care of all the tasks in the backend. You do not have to do anything manually. And just in case if you want to access this automation, I will also attach this link into my description box. So you just need to click on this link and sign up into the Pabbly Connect, and then you will be able to access this workflow, this automation inside your Pabbly Connect account, that too for free.
In this video, we are going to understand how to verify email in Neverbounce and add to an Apollo sequence. So let's say that you have got certain leads through LinkedIn lead ad generation forms, and now your objective is to first verify whether those email addresses are valid. We are going to do the same with the help of Neverbounce, and if the email addresses are valid, then we are going to create a contact in Apollo.io, that is a lead intelligence and sales generation platform. How can that be done? For this, we will have to integrate these applications, and we are going to do so with the help of Pabbly Connect. So here, my trigger application will be LinkedIn lead ad generation forms, then my action application first will be Neverbounce, and then it will be Apollo.io. Now, how can you do this yourself? Integrate and automate this entire process. To understand that, let me take you to my screen. To begin with the process, we are first going to type the URL pabbly.com/connect. And as we do that, here we have reached the landing page. Now on the right hand side, we can see the option to sign in and sign up. So since I'm an existing user, I'm going to sign in. If you're a new user, you can sign up. It is not going to take more than 2 minutes. Now here we have reached all applications page. These are the various products of Pabbly. I'm going to click on access now for Pabbly Connect. And as we do that, here you can see we have reached the dashboard. On the right hand side, there's a tab create workflow. Let's click on this. And a dialog box has appeared which is asking us to name this workflow. So you can give any random name to this workflow. What is my objective here? Here my objective is to verify the emails with the help of Neverbounce and then add the verified emails to Apollo.io. Verify email in Neverbounce and add to an Apollo.io sequence. Let's click on create. As we do that, here we have reached another window which has got two extremely important events. One here is trigger, another one is action. Now triggers and actions are basically those two principles or concepts on which this entire automation works. Trigger is when this happens, action says do this. Basically action here is the response of your trigger application. Now, as per this integration, my trigger application here will be linked in lead generation forms through which I'm going to receive certain leads. And here the trigger event would be new lead generation form response. On the right hand side, you can see it is written this trigger will check for new data in 10 minutes, which means that this application is polling based and the workflow is going to run in every 10 minutes to fetch for new data. Now I'm going to click on create. As I do that, here Pabbly Connect is asking to connect itself with the LinkedIn lead generation forms account. So I'm going to select add new connection, connect with LinkedIn lead generation forms. So here I'm going to sign in once again. And as I do that, here you can see that the authorization has been successful, which means that Pabbly Connect and LinkedIn lead generation forms are now connected. Now here you can see that it has already captured the account, and here we have to select the lead generation form. So I'm just going to go ahead with the sample lead generation form. Let me show you the same. So this here is my LinkedIn account, and here we have got the following forms. So I'm going to show you sample lead generation form, and here you can see that whenever you're creating a form, so first of all you have to enter the form details. So first language, offer headline, offer details. So I have entered all these things. Privacy policy text. Then you have to enter the lead details and custom questions, confirmation, hidden fields, etc. So now I'm going to take you back, and as I do that, here we are going to go to advertise, and you can see that I have got different campaign groups, campaigns and ads. If you wish to create a campaign group or campaign or ads, you can just click on this tab and you can create one. I already have created a campaign group which is Pabbly Connect. Let's click on this. So you can see that I have got a lead generation campaign. Now as I click on this, so here you can see this is the advertisement that I'm running, and I'm going to click on this. So here we have been directed to the LinkedIn page, and now I am going to fill up the form. So this is the form, and this is just a sample form. Whenever you're creating a form, you can add as many fields as you wish to. So here I have entered the email address, phone number. Now this here is the first name, last name and the company name. Now I'm going to click on submit. So as I do that, let me take you to Pabbly Connect. And now as I click on save and send test request, so you can see that we have received the response. Let's understand what we have received. So here first of all, this here is the phone number, then we have the first name, this is the first name, this here is the last name, then we have the company name which is Magnet Brains, and yes, we have received this entire information. And once I have received this, so first of all I'm going to check whether this particular email address that we have just received through this new lead is valid or no. And to do that, we are going to use an action application which is Neverbounce. Let's click on this. And here the action event would be to verify email address. Let's click on connect. So here again Pabbly Connect is asking to connect itself with Neverbounce account. Let's select add new connection. To set up this connection, we need this private API key. I already have logged into my Neverbounce account. Now I'm going to click on this app's hyperlink. As I do that, here we have to first create a new app. So I'm going to just name it demo app. And now here I'm going to click on custom integration. This is the application type, and let's click on create app. So here our app has been created. So I'm going to check the API key. So this here is the API key. Let's copy this, go back to Pabbly Connect and paste this over here. Let's click on save to set up this connection. And now here I have to enter the email which is to be verified. So I'm going to click on this, go to the previous step. Here I'm going to look for the email address, and here it is. Now let's click on save and send test request. So you can see that yes, I have received the response which says that this email address exists. So now what is my next objective? I want to add this particular contact in apollo.io. But before that, I'm going to put a filter here. So I'm going to use this feature by Pabbly which is filter, and here I am going to go to step 2 and I'm going to take result as the label. Now this should not be equal to invalid. So if this is not equal to invalid, then only this workflow should run. So I'm going to click on save and send test request. So you can see this is a success. Why? Because this email ID exists, and if this is invalid, then the workflow will not continue. Now I'm going to go down and add the final action step, which here is Apollo. Let's click on this, and the action event here would be to create contact. Let's click on connect. As I do that, here again Pabbly Connect wants to connect with Apollo account. Let's click on add new connection. Again we need the API key here. So I have logged into my Apollo account. Let's click on this hyperlink here, and here we have to go to the API keys, and now we have to create a new key. So I'm going to name this key as demo. And now here I'm going to create API key. So yes, you can see this demo key has been created. I'm going to copy this and go back to Pabbly Connect and paste this over here. Let's click on save to set up this connection. And now as I take you down, here we have to enter the details. So first of all, the first name. Let's go to step 1, and here I'm going to look for the first name. So as I take you down, this here is the first name, right? Pabbly. The next thing is the last name. So again here as I take you down, so you can see this here is the last name, which is subscription billing management service. Now you can see this way of filling in the information. This way is known as mapping, and this is important so that every time the workflow runs, it can take the new data into consideration. Had I written the same information manually, then even when my workflow was running for the nth time, it wouldn't have taken the new data. And to avoid that, we map. Now comes the organization name. So again, I'm going to go to step 1 and I'm going to look for Magnet Brains. Then we have the email address. Let's go to step 1 and here we have the email address. Now if you wish to add the title, contact stage, website URL and address, you can always do that. I'm going to click on save and send test request and here we have received the response. So according to which now this contact must be created in Apollo. So let's go and check the same. So here we have to go to Apollo and here we are going to go for people. Now here let's go to saved and here we can see that yes, this particular user has been added here. So admin@pabblytudes.com, this here is the first name and the last name and this here is the name of the company. So this means that our integration is a success. But we also need to check the same in real time. I'm going to take you back to LinkedIn lead generation forms. Let's open the form once again. And here I'm going to click on apply now. So here again I'm going to give a valid email address. So let's say it is smartuser@pabblytudes.com and then we have to give the phone number. Now I'm going to click on submit. And once this is done, what should happen? This particular user must be created in Apollo right now. So we are going to check the same. So here we can see that the user hasn't been created yet. Why? Because there's a polling time of 10 minutes. So we are now going to wait for 10 minutes and then we are again going to refresh this page to check if the user has been added here. And here we can see that yes, with the email address smartuser@pabblytudes.com, we have received another user. So this basically means that our integration is a success. Going back to Pabbly Connect, let's quickly understand what we have done. So here our trigger application was LinkedIn lead generation forms where the event was new lead generation form response. Then our action application was Neverbounce where we had verified the email address. Then we had used a feature by Pabbly which was filter to make this workflow continue only if the email address was valid. And finally our action application was Apollo where we had to create a contact. I hope this is absolutely clear to you. If in case you have any doubt, you can refer to the workflow which is given in the video description. You can also clone the same and start to process immediately. Apart from this, if you have any specific integration to work on, you can always write to us.
In this video, I will show you how you can get email alerts for new LinkedIn leads automatically. So what will happen? Every time the user submit your LinkedIn lead generation form, you will automatically get an alert on your email. Something like, hey, a new lead has been generated from your LinkedIn ads and now you can easily call or follow up your lead and convert it from Gmail only. So if you also want to set this automation for yourself, come with me and I will show you everything step by step, and believe me, any non-technical person can create this automation very easily. Now to receive these form alerts automatically on your Gmail, I'll have to build an integration in these two applications, and I am going to connect these two with the Pabbly Connect, which is an amazing integration and automation software, and I am an existing user. So here you can notice I am already logged in. You can also create your free account in Pabbly Connect in just 2 minutes from the sign up free button, and in the free account you will also get free tasks to test this automation. Now once you will reach to the dashboard, click on this blue button that is create workflow and provide any random name to your workflow, to your automation. Okay, so I have pasted the name as get email alerts for new LinkedIn leads. Okay, now click on create and then you will notice two boxes in front of you. So these are called as trigger and action, and here the trigger means when this happens, and action means do this. So whenever this happens, then automatically do this. Okay, so you need to always select the applications in which you are building an automation. Okay, understand with an example also. Let's say whenever a sale happen in a payment gateway application, then automatically send an email via Gmail application to your customer. And here, according to our use case, whenever your lead generation form is filled, then automatically send those lead alerts on Gmail applications. So firstly, I am going to select this application, and in the action I will select Gmail email application. Now the idea here is I'll have to connect these two applications one by one with the Pabbly Connect. Okay, so firstly I will select the trigger event, that is new lead generation form response. Okay, I want that as soon as any new form response is submitted here, those details should be captured via Pabbly Connect. For that I'll have to build an integration, build a connection. Okay, so simply select this add a new connection and click on this connect with the LinkedIn lead generation forms, and then you will have to provide the access of your LinkedIn account. Well, I have already built this connection multiple times, so I will go with the existing connection this time, but make sure if you are building this connection for the first time, you will always have to go with the new connection only, and after that you can also use the existing connection. Now here you can notice my LinkedIn account is connected with Pabbly Connect, and it is asking to select me an account and the lead form. Well, whatever the accounts are available inside my LinkedIn account have started visible here, you can see, because we are connected. And secondly, even the lead form are also visible here. Whatever the forms I have created inside my account are visible inside our Pabbly Connect dashboard. Okay, so I will go with this specific account only, that is Naveen Kole, and in the form also I will go with this sample lead generation form only. Now why I am going with this specific form? Okay, so here you can notice if I'll click on this advertisement section, basically I am into the advertise section, and in this advertise section you will find the group, campaigns and ads. Okay, under this group, under this campaign, I have created 2 ads, and if I will edit this ad in front of you, you will notice that the same sample lead generation form is actually associated with this ad. Okay, let me show you. Let me wait for that ad to be load. Alright, so my advertisement is open. Let me scroll down and show you under this form details, the same form is selected. Okay, so that is why I have specifically selected the same form here. Now I will open my ad, then I will open my LinkedIn lead generation form, and in front of you I will submit my form as a dummy user. Okay, so let me show you. This was my advertisement. Let me open that and assume that the user has landed on my advertisement. This advertisement is all about looking to hire a digital marketing expert for your business. Fill the below form and we will contact you shortly. We offer SEO and digital marketing services to the companies. Do you want to increase the traffic and your search engine ranking? So as a user, yes, I would like to apply for this digital marketing services. Okay, so that is why I will be submitting this form so that they will contact me back. Okay, so here I will provide my dummy details, something like demo@pabblytudes.com. okay, so I have provided the email address, asking for the phone number. So how about I provide some dummy number? Okay, so I have provided a 10-digit number. Now here you will notice the first name, last name and company name. These 3 fields are already filled, basically pre-filled, from where my form is taking these default values. Okay, so if I will edit my account in front of you, basically my LinkedIn account in front of you, you will notice I have created a page, a company page, and in this page I have provided the details as Pabbly and subscription billing management service as the first name and the last name. And because I am working into the draft mode, both of my advertisement are actually into the draft mode. They are not working, these are not live ads, so that is why it is taking the default value from my page. It is picking up the default values from my page. So I will go with these dummy details only, but don't worry, when you will create this automation, of course you must be running some live advertisement. In that case you can proceed with the real data. Okay, so currently I'll go with this detail only, and now finally I am submitting this form, and once the submission is successful, I'll click on this button and you will notice that the form submission details will be received as a response in Pabbly Connect dashboard. And here you can notice the response is received, and if I will show you the details of this response, okay, so here we have the form name, the same form name, that is sample lead generation form. Let me also show you other details. So here we have the same dummy email address which I have provided at the time of form submission. We also have the phone number, the first name and the last name, and lastly the company name. Okay, so the presence of this data clearly shows that the connection in between our LinkedIn lead generation form and Pabbly Connect is working absolutely fine. So now onwards, every time any user is going to submit your LinkedIn lead generation form, firstly the data will be received via Pabbly Connect in every 10 minutes. Why in 10 minutes? Because this trigger will check for the new data in every 10 minutes. Okay, so when this automation will work in real time, you will notice that the data will not be updated in real time or immediately. Okay, so basically you'll have to wait for at least 10 minutes patiently, and after 10 minutes for sure your data will be updated. Okay, now the first step of our automation is done. Moving further, finally I want to send a lead alert on my Gmail account. Basically I would like to receive these alerts on my email. Okay, so the application is already selected. In the action event I will select the send email because of course I want to do the same. And just like we have built a connection in Pabbly Connect and LinkedIn lead generation form, now we will connect Gmail with the Pabbly Connect. Okay, so you'll have to select this add a new connection and click on this button, and then you'll have to provide the access of your Gmail account. Well, I have already provided this connection, so again I will go with the existing connection, and this is how my Gmail application will be also connected with the Pabbly Connect. Now here you can notice it is asking several details. Okay, so I will provide the data only in the required fields. Okay, so of course the recipient email address is required, so here I'm going to provide my email address only because I want to receive the email alert on my email address, and you can receive the same alerts on multiple email address. You just need to provide those email address separated by a comma. So here I will be adding my number, that is admin@pabblytunes.com. okay, so this is my email address. Basically this is an email address of this specific account. Now I will provide other details like the sender name. So again I will provide some random name, something like Pabbly. Assume that the sender name is Pabbly, it is being sent by Pabbly team. Email subject line, so here I will write something like new user has filled your form. Okay, or I can write it as LinkedIn lead generation form. I'm writing this particular subject line. Every time a new user will submit that form, I will receive an email with this specific subject line. Let me also correct the spelling, basically the capital and small case, asking for the email content type, so I'll go with the same. And finally it is asking for the email content, what email you would like to receive. Okay, so I have already prepared a small email, so how about I directly copy the email and paste it here. Okay, so yes, I have copied. I'm going to paste the same here, and then I will correct the formatting. Okay, so dear manager, a new lead has just got captured via our LinkedIn ads. Okay, and sharing the lead details, and here I want that all lead related information should be received on my Gmail. Okay, so I have captured email, phone, company, these details via my LinkedIn lead generation forms. So that is why I have specified these 4 details. Okay, again a colon will come here, and here I will press enter, and the name is here. Okay, so email, name, phone, company. Since I have captured only 4 details via my LinkedIn lead generation form, so that is why I have specified 4 details only. Follow up the lead and try to convert it. Thanks, enjoy automation. Okay, so this email I would like to receive along with all lead details. Now from where I'm going to provide these details, the lead details. Okay, so remember we have just captured the data into our previous step, and I don't need to manually copy this data and paste it here. We can easily map the above data here. Okay, and mapping is very simple. You just need to click on this field and you will find the above data here in the drop down. Yes, it is the same data, the above data. Let me search for the email address, and this is the email address of the lead. Now I will be mapping the first name and the last name. Okay, so here we have the first name as Pabbly. Now I will give a space, and then I will map the last name, which was subscription billing management service. As I have told you that I am going to use the default, the dummy details only, asking for the phone number. So this is the phone number of the lead which they have provided. And finally I will be mapping the company name, which was I guess Magnet Brains. Okay, so I have provided all the details here, and do you know these details will be replaced automatically when this automation will work in real time. That is why we have specifically mapped this data. So what will happen, whatever the details I have provided manually, those details will remain same, and whatever the details I have mapped here, these details will be replaced automatically when this automation will work in real time, or you can say when another user fill my form, the detail of that another user will be replaced here and the new details will be added here. Okay, so this is how this automation is going to take place, and that is why mapping plays a major role inside this automation. Now I am going to click on this button and you will see that a response will be received, and here this response is saying that my email has been sent. Let me go back and refresh my Gmail account and wait for the message to arrive. And here you can notice that the email is arrived and the subject line is same, new user has filled your LinkedIn lead generation form, and the email is, dear manager, a new lead has just captured via our LinkedIn ad sharing the lead details, and here we have the email address, the name, the phone number and the company name. Okay, follow the lead and try to convert it. Thanks, enjoy automation. Okay, so this is how now onwards every time someone is going to submit your LinkedIn lead generation form, you will automatically receive alerts on your email that a new user has filled your form. Okay, and to automate this process you need to create this automation inside Pabbly Connect just once. After that you can sit back and relax because Pabbly Connect will take care of all the tasks in the backend. You do not have to do anything manually, and if you want to access this workflow, this automation inside your Pabbly Connect account, I will also attach the link of this workflow into my description box. You just need to click on this link and sign up into the Pabbly Connect, and then you will be able to access this workflow, this automation inside your Pabbly Connect account, that too for free. How to add LinkedIn leads to Pipedrive CRM automatically. So in this video I will show you whenever your LinkedIn lead generation form is submitted, how you can automatically add those LinkedIn leads into your Pipedrive CRM, so that whenever you want to send any kind of email or follow-up to your leads, you do not have to manually export and import it here. Okay, so every lead will be synced automatically with your Pipedrive CRM, and if you also want to automate this process, come with me and I will show you everything step by step. Now to automate this process, I'll have to build a connection in LinkedIn lead generation form and Pipedrive CRM, and I am going to do that with the Pabbly Connect, which is an integration and automation software, and I am an existing user, so here you can notice I am already logged in. You can also create your account in Pabbly Connect in just 2 minutes for free, and in the free account you will also get free tasks to test this automation. Now once you will log in and reach to the dashboard, firstly click on this blue button that is create workflow and provide any random name to your workflow, to your automation. I have pasted the name as add LinkedIn leads to Pipedrive CRM automatically. Now click on create and then you will notice 2 boxes in front of you. Okay, so these are all called as trigger and action, and here the trigger means when this happens, and action means do this. So whenever this happens, then automatically do this. Understand with an example also. Let's say whenever a sale happen in a payment gateway application, then automatically send an email via Gmail application to your customers. Okay, so this is how you need to always select the applications in which you are building an automation, and according to our use case, whenever your LinkedIn lead generation form is submitted, or you can say whenever the lead is arrived in Pabbly Connect, those details, those lead details should be added into the Pipedrive CRM. Okay, so that is why I have selected both the application in this trigger and the action window. Okay, now the idea here is I'm going to connect these 2 applications one by one with the Pabbly Connect. So firstly I will select the trigger event, and then I'll click on connect, click on add a new connection, and click on connect with LinkedIn lead generation form, and then you'll have to provide the access of your LinkedIn account. But I have provided this connection, this access multiple times, so I am going with the existing connection. Okay, but if you are building this connection for the first time, make sure that you provide the access first. Okay, and here you can notice my LinkedIn lead generation form is connected with the Pabbly Connect, but nothing data is visible here. Okay, so how about I build this connection one more time. And here you can see I have refreshed my automation and connected it once again, and things are visible here. Okay, so whatever the accounts are available inside my LinkedIn account have started visible here. Okay, so I will go with this Naveen Kole account only. Here you can notice asking for the lead form. So here you can see again whatever the lead generation form I have created inside my LinkedIn account have started visible here. Okay, but why I'm selecting this specific lead form? Because the advertisement I have created here, you can see in this advertise section I have this campaign group. Under this campaign group I have a campaign name as lead generation, and here exactly 2 to 3 ads have been created. Okay, basically 2 ads have been created, and this is my ad, and currently this ad is in draft mode. Okay, so if I will edit this ad, you will notice that I have embedded this specific form only along with my advertisement. So that is why I am going to select this sample lead generation form. Okay, so here you can see if I will scroll down and open this drop down, you will notice that the same form has been embedded, has been associated along with my advertisement. So that is why I am going to select the same. Okay, now as soon as I'll click on this button save and send test request, you will see a blank response will be initiated, because currently there is no lead associated, though no lead is generated in this form. Okay, so I am going to open this form in front of you, and I am going to submit this form in front of you, and then I'll click on this button once again, and you will notice that how the lead details, those dummy lead details will be captured via Pabbly Connect. Okay, so I am going to do the same. Okay, so this is my advertisement. Okay, clicking on back, and let me show you my ad. Alright, so this is my advertisement. I am going to open this in front of you, and assume that a user has just landed on my advertisement, and he is really interested in my digital marketing services. Okay, so what is this ad all about? Looking to hire a digital marketing expert for your business? Fill the form below and we will contact you shortly. And here you can notice it is asking, we offer SEO and digital marketing services to the companies. Do you want to increase the traffic and your search engine ranking? And assume that the user is really interested, and that is why he is clicking on this apply now button. Okay, because it has clearly mentioned fill this form, share your details with us, and we will get back to you. Okay, so here I am going to provide some dummy details as a lead, as a user, asking for the phone number. So again I will add a dummy phone number. Alright, so I have provided a 10-digit dummy number. Now here you will notice the first name, last name, and the company name. These 3 fields are already pre-filled. Basically my form is taking the default values from somewhere. Okay, so let me show you. Again I am going to open my advertisement in front of you, and then you will notice that in the account in which I have created this advertisement, in that account only the first name and the last name is actually Pabbly and subscription billing management service. Okay, so that is why it is taking these default values. Let me edit it, and here you will notice the first name as Pabbly and the last name as subscription billing management service. Okay, and because I am not running any live ad, I am into the draft mode, so that is why it is picking up the first name and the last name from here only, from this account only, because I do not have any live ad. So that is why I don't have any scope of live lead. Okay, but don't worry, when you will run real advertisement, you will be able to work in the real ad with the real leads. Okay, so I have provided the details. Okay, clicking on the submit button, and again I am going to proceed with the dummy details only. Coming back to Pabbly Connect, clicking on this button, and this time you will notice that a response will be initiated, which consists of all the lead details. Here you can notice the form name is simple lead generation form. Let me also show you other details. So here we have the email address as demo@pabblytudes.com. Here we have the same dummy phone number which I have provided at the time of form filling, and here we have the first name, the last name, and lastly the company name. Okay, so the presence of this data clearly shows that connection in between our LinkedIn lead generation form and Pabbly Connect is working absolutely fine. Okay, so now onwards what will happen every time any user is going to submit your LinkedIn lead generation form, the details will be captured via Pabbly Connect firstly in every 10 minutes, because this trigger will check for the new data in 10 minutes, and after that I want that this data should be sent, should be added to Pipedrive CRM. Okay, so that is why here in the second application I am going to search for the Pipedrive application. Okay, just like we have connected LinkedIn and Pabbly Connect, now I will be connecting this Pipedrive and Pabbly Connect. And since I want to create a person in Pipedrive, so I have selected the same action event, clicking on connect, clicking on add new connection. So for the connection it is asking for the API token. Okay, so after login, go to the settings, personal preferences, and this is how I can get the API key. Okay, so this is the dashboard of Pipedrive CRM. Clicking here, clicking on personal preferences, clicking on API section, and here is the token which I have copied successfully. Let me paste the same, clicking on save, and this is how my Pipedrive account will be also connected with the Pabbly Connect. Now it is asking several details in order to create a person in Pipedrive. Okay, so I'm going to provide these details one by one. Okay, so firstly it is asking for the last name, the first name, the phone, the email address. Okay, so from where I'm going to provide these details? Remember, we have received this data into our previous step. Okay, so I just need to map this data. Now what is this mapping? So basically you don't need to manually copy this data and paste it here. We are going to map this data. Okay, and mapping can be performed here. Okay, click on this field and you will find the above data here in the drop down. Let me map the last name of the person, and remember it was the dummy details taken from the page itself. Okay, so that is why I have mapped the same, asking for the first name which was something Pabbly. Okay, so I have also mapped the first name, and again I am telling you I am adding dummy details just to show you how this automation can be created. Otherwise I am not going to use this automation anywhere, at least for now. Okay, asking for the phone number. Okay, so let me add the dummy phone number also. Asking for the email address, so let me search for the email address, and here we have the email address, and I think I have provided all the important details. Okay, so once the details have been mapped, I am going to click on this button, but before that let me explain you what is the significance of mapping. Okay, so whatever the details I have mapped here, these details will be replaced automatically when this automation will work in real time, or you can say in next time. Yes, and just in case if I will provide any data here manually, these details will remain same, these details will not be changed. Okay, so that is why mapping plays a major role inside this automation, and this is how this automation is going to take place. Asking that the name must be given. I think I have left some field. Okay, and here you can notice, yes, it is asking that provide a name. Okay, so I'm going to provide the name once again, that is Pabbly. Okay, and finally I'll click on this button once again and wait for the response to receive, wait for the contact, wait for the person to be created into my Pipedrive CRM. Okay, again it is asking invalid organization ID provided. I think what is wrong with this, I'll have to check. Alright, so it was asking for the ID and I have mapped the company name, so I have removed it. Clicking on this button one last time and let us check whether the person is getting created or not, and here you can see it is created. Let me go back to my Pipedrive CRM and let me check the person details. Alright, where are the contact details? Alright, so this is the contact section, and fingers crossed, and here you can notice the person has been added. Okay, it is the same email address, that is demo@pabblytudes.com. the name is also same, that is Pabbly. Okay, so this is how now onwards every time someone is going to submit your LinkedIn lead generation form, the details will be updated as person automatically into your Pipedrive CRM, and now you do not have to manually export the data from here and import it here in order to create any kind of automation workflow in order to follow up your leads, follow up your person. Okay, and to automate this process you need to create this automation inside Pabbly Connect just once. After that you can sit back and relax because Pabbly Connect will take care of all the tasks in the backend. And just in case if you want to access this automation inside your Pabbly Connect account, I will also attach this link into my description box, okay? You just need to click on this link and sign up into the Pabbly Connect, and then you will be able to access this workflow, this automation inside your Pabbly Connect account, that too for free. If you are running ads on LinkedIn for which you have created a LinkedIn lead generation form and you want that as soon as your user submits this lead generation form, those leads should be created as a contact automatically into your GoHighLevel CRM, then this video is for you, because here I am going to teach you how to add your LinkedIn leads to GoHighLevel CRM automatically. Want to learn how you can also sync your leads with your CRM? Come with me and I will show you the whole process step by step. Now to automate this process, I'll have to integrate my LinkedIn lead generation form application with the GoHighLevel application, and I'm going to integrate these two with the Pabbly Connect. Well, it is an amazing integration and automation software, and since I'm an existing user, you can notice I am already logged in. You can also create your free account in just 2 minutes from this sign up free button, and in the free account you will also get free tasks to test this automation. Now, once you will reach to the dashboard, click on this blue button that is create workflow and provide any random name to your workflow, to your automation. Okay, so I have pasted the name as sync your LinkedIn leads with the GoHighLevel CRM. Now click on create, and then you will notice two boxes in front of you. Okay, so these are actually trigger and action, and here the trigger means when this happens, and action means do this. So whenever this happens, then automatically do this. Understand with an example also. Let's say whenever a sale happen in a payment gateway application, then automatically send an email via Gmail application. Okay, so this is how you need to always select the applications in which you are building an automation, and according to our use case, whenever any new user submitted your LinkedIn lead generation form application, then automatically add those leads in GoHighLevel CRM application. Okay, so this is how you need to select both the application in this trigger and action window. Firstly, I am going to set up the LinkedIn lead generation form with Pabbly Connect, and then I will be connecting this GoHighLevel CRM with the Pabbly Connect. Okay, so first select a trigger event, that is new lead generation form response. Now click on connect, then click on add a new connection, and then click on connect with the LinkedIn lead generation form, and then you will have to provide the access of your LinkedIn account. Well, I have already provided this connection multiple times, so I am going with the existing connection. Okay, clicking on save, and this is how my LinkedIn account will be connected with the Pabbly Connect. You can also go with the existing connections if you have built this connection in the first time already. Okay, now here you can notice whatever the accounts are available inside my LinkedIn account have started visible here, and I am going to work in this Naveen Kole form. Okay, Naveen Kole account, I'm sorry for that, so I have selected the same, and in this lead form, whatever the lead form I have created again inside my account, let me show you. These are the various lead generation form I have created. All these forms are visible here, and I am going to select this sample lead generation form. Well, why I am selected specifically this form only? Okay, so firstly I will take you to the advertise section. In this advertise section, you will notice a campaign group with the name Pabbly Connect, and I am clicking on that, and again you will notice a campaign name with the lead generation, and under this lead generation campaign I am actually running two ads. Okay, well, I cannot say running ads because these two ads are into the draft mode, and I am not running any live advertisement. I will proceed in the draft version only. Basically, I am going to generate some dummy details in front of you with some dummy ad, and you will notice the details will be captured in Pabbly Connect. Okay, well, this is my LinkedIn lead generation form, and if I will edit this form, you will notice that this sample lead generation form I have associated with this specific advertisement. Okay, so let me show you. Wait for that. Alright, so this is my form. I will scroll down and then I will open this form details, and you will notice this sample lead generation form. Okay, so that is why I am selecting this specific form. Okay, now before I click on this button, firstly I am going to make a dummy submission inside my LinkedIn lead generation form. Okay, so I am going back and again I will open this ad in front of you. Okay, so let me click on that, and here is my advertisement. This is the second advertisement. Okay, and assume that the user is really interested and he has landed on my advertisement that is looking to hire a digital marketing expert for your business. Fill the form and we will contact you shortly, and this is how the user is going to click on this apply now button, and this is how my LinkedIn lead generation form will be open up. Okay, so I'm going to provide some dummy details and I will submit this form, and you will see those dummy details will be captured via Pabbly Connect. Okay, so let me provide the email address as demo user only, or you can say demo@pabblytudes.com, asking for the phone number. So again I will provide some dummy phone number. How about I also provide the country code? Okay, so I have provided the 5-digit number. Now in the first name, last name and company name, you can notice that my lead generation form taking the default values. Now from where it is actually picking up these default values, let me show you. I will again take you to my advertisement. Okay, so I am opening this advertisement, and in the account in which I have created this ad, okay, basically a page is associated with this specific ad, and if I will edit this page in front of you, you will notice the first name and last name field are already pre-filled, and in that first name field and last name field the details are Pabbly and subscription billing management service. Okay, so that is why my LinkedIn lead generation form is picking up these default values in the first name and last name field. But don't worry, in your case it will not happen, because of course you will set this automation in live LinkedIn ads and GoHighLevel CRM. Okay, in that case you will get the actual leads. Okay, so don't worry about that. Okay, so currently I'll go with this dummy details. So how about I click on this submit button, and once the submission is made, I'll click on this button and you will notice that those form details will be captured via Pabbly Connect. Okay, so here you can notice the response is received. Let me show you the details one by one. So here we have the name of the form, that is sample lead generation form. Here we have the email address as demo@pabblytudes.com. Here we have the phone number as well, and the first name, last name and company as subscription billing management service. Here we have the company name, and where is the first name? Alright, so here we have the first name. Okay, so the presence of this data clearly shows that connection in between your LinkedIn lead generation form and Pabbly Connect is working absolutely fine. Now every time your user is going to submit your LinkedIn lead generation form, the details will be collected inside Pabbly Connect's dashboard in every 10 minutes, because this trigger will check for the new data in 10 minutes. Now after the lead is collected here, the data is collected here, what should be the next step? So basically it should send these details into GoHighLevel CRM. Okay, so that is why in the second application I will search for the same, but instead of GoHighLevel I will be directly searching for the lead connector. Now why I am selecting this lead connector? Because this is the latest version of GoHighLevel CRM which we have integrated inside Pabbly Connect. So make sure if you want to connect to GoHighLevel with the Pabbly Connect, you will have to choose this lead connector v2. Okay, don't get confused about that. Okay, and in action event you'll have to select this create contact, since we wanted to do the same. And just like we have connected LinkedIn and Pabbly Connect, now we will be connecting our GoHighLevel CRM and Pabbly Connect, for which I have selected add a new connection, clicking on this connect with the lead connector v2 option, and here you will notice it will ask me the credential. Well, I am already logged in, so instead of asking me the credential, it is asking me to select an account. So I am selected this specific account, and again it is also a testing account, and here you can notice the authorization is successful and my GoHighLevel CRM is connected with the Pabbly Connect. Now here you can notice it is asking me several details. Okay, so I'm not going to provide the data in all the fields. I'm going to provide the data only into the necessary field, the required field. So let's say the first name is the required field. So how about I first search for the first name? Now you must be thinking that what are these details, where this detail came from? Well, this is the same data which we have just captured from our LinkedIn step, and we are actually mapping our LinkedIn data inside GoHighLevel CRM. So mapping is very simple. You just need to click on this field and you will find the above data here in the drop down. Okay, so let me search for the first name. So here we have the first name as Pabbly, asking for the last name. Well, remember we have the dummy details, the dummy last name as subscription billing management service. Asking for the full name, so again I will be provided the first name and last name here, once again separated with a space. Okay, so I have provided a space. Let me search for this, and this is how I'm going to map the details one by one. So only the email address is left, I guess, and the phone number and the company name. Okay, so this is the phone number field. Let me also map the phone number, and again it was the dummy phone number. All right, so here we have the phone number. And lastly, how about I also search for the company name? If we have this specific field, I'll map it, otherwise I'll directly click on this button. All right, so I didn't find any field like the company. Okay, so I am clicking on this button, save and send test request, and you will notice how the details will be collected automatically into our GoHighLevel CRM. Okay, so let me first visit my contact section, and currently I have 1 2 3 4 contacts. Okay, now I'll be clicking on this button in front of you, and you will notice that the response will be received and it is a positive response. Let me go back to my GoHighLevel CRM and refresh my dashboard, and I am really expecting that this time I'll have at least 5 contacts. Okay, fingers crossed, and wait for the data to be updated. Alright, so here you can notice the new contact, the new LinkedIn lead has been added automatically inside our GoHighLevel CRM. This is the same phone number, the same email address, the date is also mentioned, and here we have the first name and the last name. Okay, so this is how now onwards, every time someone is going to submit your LinkedIn lead generation form, now you can sync your leads automatically with the GoHighLevel CRM. And just in case if you want to sync your LinkedIn leads with other CRM, you can also do the same. In that case, in place of this specific CRM, you'll have to search for your CRM. Okay, and in order to automate this process completely, you need to create this automation inside Pabbly Connect just once. After that, you can sit back and relax, and Pabbly Connect will take care of all the tasks in the backend. And let me tell you a very important thing: whatever the details I have mapped here, these details will be replaced automatically when this automation will work in real time. Okay, so this is how this automation is going to take place, and this is why mapping plays a major role inside this automation. Okay, and just in case if you want to access this automation inside your Pabbly Connect account, I will also attach this link into my description box. Okay, you just need to click on this link and sign up into the Pabbly Connect, and then you will be able to access this workflow, this automation inside your Pabbly Connect account, that too for free. How to add LinkedIn lead generation ad leads to GetResponse automatically. So assume that you are running ads on LinkedIn for which you have created a LinkedIn lead generation form. Now as soon as your lead generation form is submitted, you want to automatically add those leads as a contact in GetResponse email marketing software, so that whenever you want to send any kind of email to your leads, you do not have to manually export the data and import it here again and again. Do you also want to automate this process? Come with me and I will show you everything step by step. Now to automate this process, I'll have to integrate my LinkedIn lead generation forms with the GetResponse application, and I am going to do that with the Pabbly Connect. Well, it is an amazing integration and automation software, and here you can see I am an existing user, so I am already logged in. Okay, you can also create your free account in just 2 minutes from this sign up free button, and in the free account you will also get free tasks to test this automation. Now once you will reach to the dashboard, click on this blue button, that is create workflow, and provide any random name to your workflow, to your automation. I have provided the name as add LinkedIn lead generation ad leads to GetResponse. Okay, now simply click on create, and then you will notice 2 boxes in front of you. Okay, so these are actually trigger and action, and here the trigger means when this happens, and action means do this. So whenever this happens, then automatically do this. Understand with an example also. Let's say whenever a sale happen in a payment gateway application, then automatically send an email via Gmail application to your customer. Okay, well, this is how you need to always select the applications in which you are building an automation, and according to our use case, whenever your LinkedIn lead generation form is submitted, basically whenever this application is triggered, then automatically add the leads in GetResponse application. Okay, so I have selected both the application in the trigger and the action window. Now the idea here is I'm going to connect these 2 applications one by one with the Pabbly Connect. How? Firstly, you'll have to select the trigger event, that is new lead generation form submitted. Okay, now click on connect, then click on add new connection, click on connect with LinkedIn lead generation form, and then you will have to provide the access of your LinkedIn account. Well, I have already provided this connection multiple times, so I am going to use the existing connection. You can also use this existing connection if you have built this connection in the first time. Now here you can notice my LinkedIn account is connected with the Pabbly Connect. Now it is asking to select the account, okay, and here you will notice whatever the accounts are available inside my LinkedIn account have started visible here, but I will go with this specific account, that is Naveen Kole, which is got selected automatically. Asking for the lead form, so let me show you whatever the lead generation form are available inside my LinkedIn account have started visible here, and I am going to select this sample lead generation form. Now why I am selecting this specific lead generation form? So click on advertise section where you will find a campaign group with the name Pabbly Connect, and under this campaign group you will again find a campaign name as lead generation, and in this campaign I am running several ads. You can notice one is for health is wealth and another is for this, okay, and if I will edit this ad in front of you, you will see that I have added this lead form only along with my advertisement. Okay, so let me scroll down and open this form details option, and you will notice that this particular form is actually selected with my advertisement, so that is why I have selected the same form. Let me open this ad, and let me tell you one more very important thing. I am not running any live advertisement. Both of these ads are actually into the draft mode, and we will automate this process into the draft mode only. Basically we will proceed with the dummy details. Okay, let me show you. This is the ad I have created, and assume that a customer has reached on my advertisement and he will find this ad and he will read it that looking to hire a digital marketing expert for your business. Fill the form below and we will contact you shortly, and this is how he will click on this apply now button, and then a LinkedIn lead generation form will be opened up. Okay, so I am going to provide some dummy details as a dummy user only, and you will see as soon as I will fill the details, those details will be collected via Pabbly Connect. Okay, so asking for the email address, I will add a dummy email, that is demo@pabblytudes.com. Asking for the phone number, again I will add a dummy phone number only, that is 966666666. Okay, now here you can notice the first name, last name and company name. These three values are pre-filled, are the default values. Now from where my form is taking those default values? Okay, so let me again show you my advertisement. Well, this was the advertisement, and this page on which I am running advertisement, that is associated with the company's page. Okay, so if I will edit this page in front of you, okay, firstly I will click on this view profile, and then I am going to edit this page in front of you, and you will notice that the first name and last name and the company name are provided here already, and from here exactly my LinkedIn lead generation form is taking the values, because I am working in the testing mode. I am not running live advertisement, but assume that you are running any live ads. In that case you will notice that these options will not be pre-filled, it will not be a default value. You will be able to edit these values, basically the first name, last name and the company name of the lead. Okay, but for now I will go with the dummy details only, so I am finally clicking on the submit button, and then I'll come back to my Pabbly Connect dashboard and click on this button, and you will notice whatever the details I have provided into my LinkedIn lead generation form, the details will be captured via Pabbly Connect. Here you can see the responses received. Let me show you the details one by one. Okay, so here we have the name of the form, here we have the email address, that is demo@pabblytudes.com. here we also have the phone number, this is the same phone number, and we have the first name as Pabbly, last name as Pabbly Subscription Milling Management Service, and lastly we have the company name as Magnet Brains, and these values are taken from the page itself. Okay, let me show you. This was the page from where it is taking these default values. Okay, currently I am closing these two things. Okay, now the presence of this data clearly shows that connection in between LinkedIn lead generation form and Pabbly Connect is working absolutely fine. Now I am going to send these details in GetResponse email marketing application, and this is how I am going to sync all my LinkedIn leads with GetResponse. Okay, so how I am going to do that, simply select an action event, that is create contact, and just like we have connected LinkedIn lead generation form and Pabbly Connect, now I will be connecting GetResponse and Pabbly Connect. And for the connection, it is asking for the API key. So simply visit this particular hyperlink and you will notice an API key. Okay, and here you can notice I am already logged in into a different tab, so it is not going to ask me any credential for that. Okay, so these are the two API keys. So instead of generating a new API key, I am going to use this existing API key. Okay, so I have copied the same, coming back to my dashboard, pasting the same here, clicking on save, and this is how Pabbly Connect and GetResponse will be also connected. Now the very first thing, it is asking for the campaign name, then the name, the email address, and the several other details. So I am going to provide the details only into the important fields, only into the mandatory fields, not in other fields. Okay, so campaign is required, and currently I have a single campaign only, that is ADM. So I have selected the same. Basically it has got selected automatically and already. Asking for the name and email address, well, these two details are actually important. So of course I'm going to provide the name of the person, and from where I'm going to provide this detail, remember we have just received the data from our previous step, and the interesting thing is I don't need to manually copy these details and paste it here. I am going to map the above data here, and mapping is very simple. Click on this field and you will find the above data here in the drop down. Now I will search for the first name, which was Pabbly. As I have told you, we are going with the dummy values only. Then I will give a space and will map our last name also. Okay, so here we have the last name as subscription billing management service. Asking for the email address, let me search for the same, and here we have the email address as demo@pabblytudes.com. I'm sorry for that. Asking for the IP address, date of cycle, well, again I will leave these two fields blank. Asking for the tag ID, well, it is required, so of course I will provide a tag ID. So here you can notice whatever the tags I have created inside my GetResponse email marketing application have started visible here. Okay, so this is the tags. Let me show you the same. Alright, via sheet and via webhook. Okay, so whatever the tags you want to create, you can create as per your choice, and those tags will be visible here. And from this drop down you can select your tag. Okay, so how about I select this via webhook tag ID. Just in case if you want to provide more tags here, you can enable the mapping button. Okay, so how mapping can be enabled? Okay, so simply toggle on this window, and this is how mapping button will be enabled, and then you can provide multiple tags ID separated by a comma. But currently I will go with this specific tag ID only, that is via webhook. Asking for birthday date, city, comment, company. Okay, so we have the company name, so how about I map the company name as well, which was Magnet Brains, I believe. Okay, let me again search for the same, that is Magnet Brains. Alright, so here we have the company name, and now I will only provide the phone number, and rest of the fields I will keep it as blank only. Okay, so asking for the phone number, let me search for the same. Alright, so I have provided the phone number, so I think I have provided the data in all the mandatory fields. How about I click on this button, save and send test request, and you will notice that the contact will be created, but here you can see it has generated an error, and that error is about mobile phone. I have not provided the code to my mobile field. Okay, so firstly I am going to correct this error. How about we add this +91 also, basically the country code also along with my phone number. Now I will again click on this button and will try it once again, and this time I am really expecting that the contact should be created. Here you can notice the response is received. Let me go back to my GetResponse email marketing application and let me refresh the contact section, and this time I am really expecting that the contact should be created automatically inside my GetResponse email marketing application. And here you can notice the same email address, the same name, that is Pabbly, and subscription billing management service has been updated automatically. Let me edit this contact, and where is the company name and the phone number which I have provided with the help of mapping. Let me check. Alright, so here you can notice the name, the email address, the company name, and here we have the phone number also which is getting loaded. Okay, so the presence of this data clearly shows that the connection in between our Pabbly Connect and GetResponse is also working absolutely fine, which means our automation is working absolutely fine. So now onwards, what will happen? Every time someone is going to fill your LinkedIn lead generation form, those lead details will be captured via Pabbly Connect in every 10 minutes, because the trigger here is the polling based, which will capture the new data in every 10 minutes, and after that the contact will be created automatically into our GetResponse. So this is how you can sync your LinkedIn lead generation form leads with the GetResponse email marketing application automatically. And let me tell you a very important thing: whatever the details we have mapped here, these details will be replaced automatically when this automation will work in real time. Okay, so this is how this automation is going to take place, and that is why mapping plays a major role inside this automation. Just in case if I will provide any data here manually, this data will remain same. Okay, so this is the difference in between mapping and in between providing the values manually. Okay, and just in case if you want to access this automation inside your Pabbly Connect account, I will also attach the link of my workflow into the description box. You just need to click on this link and sign up into the Pabbly Connect, and then you will be able to access this workflow, this automation inside your Pabbly Connect account, that too for free. How to add LinkedIn leads to SendinBlue email marketing software automatically. So as soon as the user submits this lead generation form, we will automatically add that lead as a contact in our SendinBlue email marketing software. In this way, whenever you want to follow up your lead, you do not have to manually export the data and import it here, because every lead will be synced automatically with this software. Want to create this automation for yourself? Come with me and I will show you the whole process step by step. Now to automate this process, I'll have to integrate LinkedIn lead generation form with SendinBlue. Well, SendinBlue is now Brevo.com. Okay, and I am going to integrate these two with the Pabbly Connect. It is an integration and automation software, and I am an existing user of Pabbly Connect. So here you can see I am already logged in. You can also create your free account in just 2 minutes from this sign up free button, and in the free account you will also get free tasks to test this automation. Now, once you will reach to the dashboard, click on this blue button, that is create workflow, and provide any random name to your workflow, to your automation. Okay, so I have pasted the name as Sync LinkedIn Leads with the SendinBlue. Now click on create, and then you will notice 2 boxes in front of you. So these are actually trigger and action. So here trigger means when this happens, and action means do this. So whenever this happens, then automatically do this. Understand with an example also. Let's say whenever a sale happen in a payment gateway application, then automatically send an email via Gmail application. Okay, so this is how you need to always select the applications in which you are building an automation. So according to our use case, whenever any new lead is arrived via LinkedIn lead generation form, okay, so I have selected this application, then automatically add that lead in SendinBlue email marketing application. Okay, so I have added this application as well in this action window. Now the idea here is I am going to connect these 2 applications one by one with the Pabbly Connect. Okay, so firstly I will select a trigger event, that is new lead generation form response. Okay, now I am going to click on this connect button, click on add new connection. Clicking on connect with the LinkedIn lead generation form, then you'll have to provide the access of your LinkedIn account. Well, I have already built this connection earlier, so I can also use the existing connection. Okay, you can also go with the existing connection if you have built this connection in the first time. Okay, now here you can notice my LinkedIn application is connected with the Pabbly Connect. Now here you can see whatever the accounts I have into my LinkedIn account have started visible here, and I am going to work in this Naveen Kole form, which has got selected automatically basically already. Okay, asking to select the lead form. Okay, so before we select any lead form, firstly I will show you in this advertise section. You can notice I have created a campaign campaign group with the name Pabbly Connect, and under this campaign group I have also created a campaign. The name of that campaign name is lead generation, and here you will notice that I am running 2 advertisement. Okay, well, I'm saying that I'm running, but those ads are actually into the draft mode, and I'm going to work in the draft mode only because I am not running any live advertisement. So we will work in the draft mode only. We will work with the dummy details only. Okay, so this is the ad I am running, and this particular advertisement is actually associated with the sample lead generation form. Let me show you. Okay, I am editing this particular form, and then I will show you that sample lead generation form is associated with my ad. Okay, so this is the details. These are the details. Okay, if I will open the form details, you will notice sample lead generation form. Alright, so I am going to select the same form, that is sample lead generation form. Here you can notice whatever the forms, whatever the LinkedIn lead generation form I have created inside my account have started visible here. Okay, let me show you all these forms. Okay, under this assets you will find all your LinkedIn lead generation form. Okay, so these are the same forms, and I have already selected this sample lead generation form. Okay, so you'll have to assume that a customer is really interested in your advertisement and he is going to click on this apply button after seeing your ad. Okay, let me first read this ad. Okay, looking to hire a digital marketing expert for your business? Fill the form below and we will contact you shortly. Okay, so as a user I am going to fill this form. Okay, and I am going to use some dummy details, that is admin@pabblytudes.com. This is just a random email. Now I will again add a dummy phone number. Okay, that is 9666666666. I have added 10-digit dummy number. Okay, looking for digital marketer for your agency or a business? Fill this form, share your details with us, and we will get back to you. Okay, now if I will scroll down, you will notice the first name and last name and the company name. These 3 fields are already filled. Okay, so from where my form is taking these data? Okay, let me show you the advertisements which I have created on my LinkedIn account. That particular account is associated with a page. Okay, let me show you. This is the full page. Well, I am going to directly open the view profile, and then I am going to directly edit this page in front of you, and you will see in the first name field and the last name field these values are already provided. That is why my form is taking the values from here only. Okay, in your case, when you will work with live advertisement, you will not receive such kind of dummy, the pre-filled details. Okay, you can work with the real data. Okay, but currently again let me tell you, I will go with these dummy details only. I'm sorry for that. Now I am going to directly submit this form, and as soon as the form submission is made, I will click on the save and send test request button, and you will notice that the form data will be received via Pabbly Connect. Here you can notice a response is received. Let me show you the details one by one. Alright, so here we have the name of the form. Let me show you other details also. So here we have the email address of the person. Basically it is the same email address which we have provided at the time of form submission. Alright, so here we have the phone number, the first name and the last name also, that is subscription billing management service. Alright, so here we have the last name. Okay, so the presence of this data clearly shows that connection in between our LinkedIn lead generation form and Pabbly Connect is working absolutely fine. Now I want to add this lead incoming data into my SendinBlue email marketing application. Okay, so for that you'll firstly have to select the application. Well, I have already selected that. In the action event you will have to select this create contact, since we wanted to do the same. And just like we have built a connection in between Pabbly Connect and LinkedIn account, we will also build a connection in SendinBlue and LinkedIn account. Well, for the connection it is asking for the API key, so you can directly visit this particular documentation, and you will notice that because I am already logged in, it will directly take me to that specific page. Alright, let me first refresh it. Alright, it is refreshed. When you will click on API keys, you will find several API keys have been generated automatically. So we will also create one, we will also generate one. Let me give a random name, something like connection with SendinBlue. Okay, I am providing this particular name. Let me also correct the spelling. Okay, clicking on generate, and this is how the key will be generated, which I am going to copy and paste it here, and clicking on save, and then you will notice my SendinBlue application will be also connected with the Pabbly Connect. Now it will ask you several details in order to create a contact. So I am going to provide the data only to the required fields. Okay, so firstly it is asking that in which particular list you would like to add these LinkedIn leads, you would like to add these contacts. Okay, so let me show you how many leads, how many lists I have into my Bravo account, into my SendinBlue email marketing application. Okay, so here you can notice I have several leads. Okay, so I'm going to update all the contacts here in this new list. Okay, so let me select the same, that is new list. Alright, so I have selected the same. Asking for the email, well, remember we have just captured the data of the lead, and don't worry, I don't need to manually copy this data and paste it here. I'm going to map this data, and mapping is very simple. Click on this field and you will find the above data here in the drop down. Let me search for that data, and here you can notice we have mapped that email address. Now you must be thinking that what is this mapping? Okay, so whatever the details you will map here, these details will be replaced automatically when this automation will work in real time, will work in next time. Okay, so that is why mapping plays a major role inside this automation, and this is how our automation is going to take place. Update enable status will be false. Update enable status, we will keep it as true. Blacklisted email will be false. Okay, it is also asking me several other details, so I will provide only the first name and last name. So remember we have the default first name, which was Pabbly. Okay, so I have mapped the first name. Asking for the last name, so let me again search for the last name, which was subscription billing management service. Okay, so I think I have provided the necessary data, basically the email address and the name of the person. Now I am going to click on the save and send test request button, and you will notice a new contact will be created automatically in SendinBlue application, in Bravo application. Here you can notice the response is received, and this response is positive. So this is the list name. Okay, let me check the contact section, and here you can see the contact has been created automatically. Here you can see the today's date. Here we have the first name as Pabbly, last name as subscription billing management service. Okay, and if I am opening this particular contact, you will notice the same email address. Alright, admin@pabblytunes.com. Okay, so the presence of this data clearly shows that connection in between Pabbly Connect and SendinBlue is also working absolutely fine. Okay, so now onwards what will happen? Every time a new lead is arrived via our sample lead generation form, the lead data will be created, will be added automatically as a contact in SendinBlue. And just in case if the contacts are not getting added in real time, don't worry about that. You'll have to wait for at least 10 minutes patiently, because this trigger will check for the new data in 10 minutes. Yes, our automation will check for the new leads in every 10 minutes. So you'll have to wait for at least 10 minutes patiently in order to update the data, in order to create the contacts in SendinBlue. And just in case if you want to access this particular automation inside your Pabbly Connect account, I will also attach the link of this workflow into my description box. Okay, so simply click on this link and sign up into the Pabbly Connect, and then you will be able to access this workflow, this automation inside your Pabbly Connect account, that too for free.
So in this video, we are going to learn how to add new LinkedIn lead gen form responses to Facebook conversion. Now suppose guys, you have created some kind of LinkedIn lead generation form in your LinkedIn profile, and you want that whenever a new lead is generated, a new response is received in that lead generation form, you want to send those new responses, new lead events to Facebook conversion, so that you can retarget them using your Facebook ads as well. So let me tell you guys, you can actually automate this process. And in this automation, whenever you will receive a new form response in your LinkedIn lead gen form, automatically the same lead data will be sent, same lead event will be sent to Facebook conversion. If you want to know how you can set up this automation, for that you just have to come with me to my screen.
So as you can see, here we are on Pabbly Connect's dashboard. Now to reach this dashboard, you will get a free sign up link of Pabbly Connect in the description box below. By clicking on that link, you can create your free Pabbly Connect account in just 2 minutes. And after reaching to this dashboard, just click on Create Workflow and give this workflow a name. For example, I would like to name my workflow as LinkedIn lead ad form to Facebook conversion API. And then just click on create. You can give any name to this workflow of your choice. And after naming it, here you can see that our workflow is open in front of us. And in this workflow, we have two different windows. First one is the trigger window and second one is the action window. So triggers and actions are basically those two concepts, those two principles on which this whole automation works on, where the trigger says when this happens and the action says do this. So let's begin with the trigger window. Now the idea here is, first, we have to connect our LinkedIn lead ad form with Pabbly Connect in this trigger window, so that every time a new lead is generated in our LinkedIn lead ad form using that lead ad form, automatically the details of that newly generated lead will be received inside this Pabbly Connect workflow, and this automation workflow will trigger, it will start. And after that, using Pabbly Connect, we are going to send those new leads to Facebook conversion so that you can actually send this conversion details, this conversion data to Facebook conversion API or Facebook ad manager, and then you can optimize your Facebook ads for retargeting over there. Now let's see how it is done. So here in this trigger window in Choose app, search for LinkedIn lead generation or LinkedIn lead ad. Select LinkedIn lead generation form. After selecting LinkedIn lead generation form, here in trigger event from the drop-down, select new lead generation form response because we want to get the new responses on our lead generation form in LinkedIn. Then just click on connect and select add new connection. Now here guys, we have to connect our LinkedIn lead generation form account with Pabbly Connect. And to make this connection, click on this connect with LinkedIn lead gen form button. And then here in the new tab, you will see, because I have already logged into my LinkedIn campaign manager account, here Pabbly Connect has detected the same account. Just click on this sign in button and then we will see our LinkedIn lead gen form account will get connected with Pabbly Connect. After making this connection, the first thing it asks us is the account. So it is most likely possible that in your LinkedIn campaign manager, you might have created multiple ad accounts over there. So here in this drop down, you will see a list of all the accounts. And here guys, you have to select the account that in which you have created your LinkedIn lead generation form. After selecting the account, it is asking us lead form. So here in this drop down, you can see a list of all the lead forms which I have created in LinkedIn account, in LinkedIn ad account or campaign account. Here you can see a list of all of them. And out of all of this, guys, we have to select that the new lead or new responses from which form we want to capture inside Pabbly Connect. So here, guys, to select this form, first we have to understand that using which form you have created a campaign or an ad inside LinkedIn Campaign Manager. So we will get back to LinkedIn Campaign Manager, and here you can see that here is a list of all the campaign groups which we have created. So we have campaign groups. Under campaign groups, we have different campaigns which you have created. So as a collaboration of different campaigns or multiple campaigns, we create a campaign group. And into a single campaign, as you can see right now, I have only one campaign named as lead generation. So in a single campaign, you might have created multiple ads over here. So in this particular ad, what is the form? Which is the form which you have created or added? Now here you must be also thinking that how you can create a LinkedIn lead ad form. For that, on this campaign manager account, from the left sidebar, go to assets and then click on lead gen form. Here you can see a list of all the forms which we have created in our account. And here is the list of same forms over here in Pabbly Connect as well. If you want to create a new form, click on this create form button. And then here it is asking us some details of a new lead gen form which you want to create in LinkedIn. So here you have to enter the form name. For example, I will name it as test form. And then here it is asking us of our headline. So while creating a lead ad form, you can add a headline to that form as well. So I want to add a headline, for example, this is a test form. So I'm adding this headline over here. And here you can see that as I add this headline in this preview section on the right side, you can see the same headline over here. So in this way, this form will be created. This form will look like this. After this, it is asking us offer details. So if you want, you can enter some offer details as well. Then it is asking us for the privacy policy URL. So here guys, you have to enter the privacy policy URL of your product or of your website over here. You can enter any privacy policy URL according to your choice. For example, I'll just enter the privacy policy URL of Pabbly. And this is it. Then it is asking us for the privacy policy text. So you also have an option to enter some privacy policy text in your lead ad form which you are creating. Then after this, after these details, here you can see the section of questions, that what are the questions which you want to ask the users in this form. So by default, it has selected 3 questions: first name, last name, and email. For example, if I also want to add a phone number question, I can select that and add as many as questions as I want according to my choice from this drop down. Then it is asking us for the custom questions. Like if you want to add some custom question in this lead ad form, you can add that as well, and also some custom checkboxes. After entering the questions, guys, the next thing it asks us is the confirmation. So here we have to enter the confirmation message, like after filling out this form and submitting it, after generating a lead, what is a thank you message or a confirmation message we want to show them. Here you have to enter those details. And also if you want, you can redirect users to your website or any web page as well. You have to just enter the landing page URL, and here you have to select the call to action. And here in this call to action drop down, you can see what you want to do, what option you want to show to the user. Either you want to redirect them to your website, you want to give a learn more button, view now button, a download now button, or try now button. So you can select this option according to your choice as well. And at last, we have an options for some hidden fields. So you can actually add these hidden fields as well in your lead generation form, but this is optional. It is not mandatory to add some hidden fields over here. So in this way, you can create a form of your choice and then click on agree and create over here. After creating this form of your choice, here you will see that in this form section, lead gen form section, you will see that exact same form. Now to use this form or to add this form in your ad campaign, what you have to do? You have to go to your advertise section, select the campaign group in which you have created this campaign. Then select the campaign as well. Here in this campaign, I have created 2 ads over here. But using a new form, if you want to create a new ad campaign or a new ad set, what you have to do? You just have to go to this create section and go to add. After clicking on this add button, just click on create new ads button, and then here you can start creating a new ad in your LinkedIn campaign manager account. Here you have to give this ad a name, some instruction, the destination URL. If you want, you can add some kind of article, headline, description, and also some image in this ad. Then after that, it is asking us in the second section, the form details, that what is the lead ad generation form or lead ad form we want to add in this particular ad set. So here guys, you can see the call to action, sign up, apply now, download, what is the call to action button you want to show to these users. And also in this drop down, you can see a list of all the forms which we have created over here. So from this drop down, you can select a form of your choice. So in this way, you can create an ad in your LinkedIn campaign manager account. Now, after adding this ad, guys, what we are going to do right now, I have already created a couple of ads. So we will just have a look on those ads over here. So this is the ad for hiring some digital marketing expert over here. Let's go to the edit mode of this ad, and here you can see that all the details which I have entered while creating this ad can be seen over here. Like we have the name of this ad, we can see the introductory text, we can see the destination URL, and here you can see an image which I have added over here, and then we will come to the form section. So here in the form section, you can see we have a call to action button of get code. So if you want, you can change it to apply now or any call to action button of your choice. And then here you can see the form. So from this drop down, I have selected this form named as sample lead gen form. This is a default form which is created in our campaign manager account. So if you want, you can from this drop down, you can select any form which you have created. We have seen how you can create a lead gen form. You can add that same form into this particular ad. And then after selecting it, just click on save, and then you will be creating a new ad over here. So what we are going to do, while setting up this automation inside Pabbly Connect, we have to select the lead gen form. So the responses or the leads from whichever form you want to receive inside Pabbly Connect and want to send to Facebook Conversion API, you have to select that particular form. In this video, we are going to work on this sample lead gen form, the ad set which we have seen just now. I'll just click it, and in a new tab, this ad will open up in front of me in the preview mode. So in this way, this ad will be shown to the users with the same details which we have added while creating this ad. So from this drop down, I'm going to select that particular lead form over here. After selecting the lead form, when we will click on the save and send test request button, the details of the last lead, the most recent lead which was generated using this lead form will be captured inside Pabbly Connect. So before doing that, let's generate a new lead in this form. We have opened this lead in a preview mode in a new tab. Let's click on this apply now. And then here you can see the same lead ad form. Now let's enter some details. For example, I'll enter the details of a dummy lead. This is the email address. Just a second. Then this is a dummy mobile number which I'm going to enter. This is the first name, this is the last name, and this is the company name. So in this way, in this lead ad form, in this lead generation form, we have added some details. Now let's click on submit. So just now a new lead, a test lead is created. Now we will get back to Pabbly Connect and click on save and send test request. After clicking on save and send test request, here you can see that we have received some response. And when we will scroll down to this response, you will see the details of the exact same lead which we have just now entered into the preview mode of that lead gen form. So we will scroll down and here at the last you can see this answers which we have received from form. Here you can see the same name Pabbly, same last name subscription billing management service. Here you can see the same mobile number and the same email address with the same company name. The same details which we have just now added in this lead gen form in LinkedIn, the same details are now captured inside Pabbly Connect as well. So here the step 1 of setting up this automation is completed. We have successfully received the details of a new lead from our LinkedIn lead generation form inside Pabbly Connect. Now what we have to do, we have to send those new lead details to our Facebook conversion API. For that, just scroll down, come to our action window and here in choose app, search for Facebook conversions. Just select it. Then after this, here in action event from the drop down, select the action event as send lead event because we are getting some new leads from LinkedIn lead gen form. So we are going to send those new leads to Facebook conversion. Select this action event and click on connect. Select add new connection. So here guys, we have to connect our Facebook conversions account with Pabbly Connect. And to make this connection, click on this connect with Facebook conversions button. And because I have logged into my Facebook account, my Facebook business suite over here in this browser, Pabbly Connect will detect the same account and make the connection. After making this connection, the first thing it asks us is the pixel ID. So here guys, we have to enter the pixel ID of our Facebook account. Now here you must be thinking how you can get this pixel ID. So the help text says you can get the ID from your Facebook business event manager section. So we have to go to our Facebook business suite and then go to events manager section. From there we can get the pixel ID. So let's do it. We will go to our Facebook business suite, go to all tools, and after coming to this all tools page, just scroll down and then click on this events manager section. Now in a new tab, the events manager page will open in front of us. And here you can see that I have two different Facebook pixels account. We are going to use this particular account, just click on it. And after opening this, here you can see that on the right side under this pixel, you can see this pixel ID. Just copy this pixel ID from here, go to Pabbly Connect and paste it over here. After entering the pixel ID, the next thing it asks us is the action source. So in action source, we have to select the source from where we are getting all of these details. It's a website, app, chat, email, physical store, system generated. From what source we are getting this data. So I'm going to select app over here. But if you want, for this, you can select website or other source as well according to your choice. Then it is asking us for the event ID. Now what is this event ID? Let's read the help text. It says this ID can be any unique string chosen by the advertiser. It is used to deduplicate events sent by both Facebook Pixel and Conversion API. So here guys, you have to enter a unique string, a unique ID using which Facebook ads is going to segregate between the Facebook Pixels conversion and the conversion which we are going to send using this automation via Conversion API. So it is most likely possible, like when running some Facebook ads, Facebook pixels are going to capture some conversions from your browser. But also you can send the exact same conversion, exact same lead via Facebook conversion API as well. So this may cause a deduplication of the exact same lead or exact same conversion. So to avoid it, we have to enter a event ID, a unique event ID. So we have received some response of a new lead from LinkedIn lead gen form. And in these responses, the second response which we have received of a ID. So this is a unique ID guys, which we are going to receive for every lead ad form response. So you can use this unique ID, which will be different for every new lead as a event ID. So we are going to just map this response of ID from this LinkedIn trigger window responses to this Facebook conversion API step. Just click on this event ID field, and from the drop down, here you can see a list of all the responses which we have received from LinkedIn lead gen form. And out of all of this, you can select this response of ID. But if you want, this is not a mandatory field, not a required field. So if you want, you can ignore this field for now as well. Then it is asking us event time, that at what date and time this event has occurred, this lead was generated. So here guys, we have to enter this event time into the timestamp format, as you can see over here. But if you keep this field blank, then it will automatically insert the current timestamp that at the what date and time this conversion is been sent to Facebook Conversion API, that timestamp over here. So I'm just keeping this field blank over here for now. But if you want, you can enter the event date and time. The date and time at which this lead was generated, you can enter that in timestamp format over here. Then it is asking us event name. So event name is going to be the lead. Then it is also asking us to enter the event source URL, that from which source we are getting this new event details. So you can enter that URL over here. And if you have selected the action source as website, in that case, it is mandatory. It is required to enter this event source URL. And for other action sources, you can ignore this field for now. Here it is asking us in the next field is test event code. Now what is this test event code? Let's read the help text. Enter test event code to check that your events are being received correctly. So while setting up this automation and testing it, you can actually use a test event code from our Facebook business suite, from our events manager section, and then send this test conversion, this test event details to Facebook conversions. After successfully setting this up and testing it that it is working perfectly fine, the data has been received correctly, you can remove this test event code, and after that all the conversions or all the events which will be sent to Facebook conversions will be considered as real-time events. So here guys, to get the test event code, we just have to go to the event manager section, go to test events, and here you can see the test event code for your account. Just copy it from here, go to Pabbly Connect and paste it over here. So while setting up this automation and testing it, we are going to use test event code. But while actually using this in real time, we have to remove this test event code from here and then save this step. We have to send the data without the test event code. Then it is asking us opt out of ad delivery optimization. The help text says select true if the event should only be used for attribution. So the lead event which we are sending, if you want to use this event only for attribution, you can select true. And if you want to use this event for your ad optimization, you have to select false over here from the drop down. So you can select according to your choice. Then it is asking us client IP address, client user agent, client ID, Facebook click ID, and the browser ID. So if you have received all of these details, you can map it. Right now, we haven't received these details. So if you want, you can ignore these details as well. Then it is asking us some details of a new lead which was generated, like email, first name, last name, phone number, and the address. So we have received some of these details from LinkedIn lead gen form. Here you can see that from LinkedIn lead gen form responses, we have the first name, last name, phone number, and the email address. So one by one, we are going to map these details over here in this Facebook conversion step. So here we'll come for the field of email. Just click here, and from the drop down, select the response of email. So we have received all of this response of LinkedIn lead gen form responses at the last of this response. So from here, map the response of email. Then map the response of first name as well. Select it over here. Then let's map the last name too. So from the drop down, map it over here. Just select it. And at last, the phone number. Here it is. Let's map the phone number too. So in this way, you have mapped basically all the details over here. And other than this, it is also asking us some details like city, state, zip code, and country, some address details as well. So if you want to get these details from new lead, you can create this field. You can add these fields into your LinkedIn lead gen form while creating that form. And you can use that particular form into your ad over here. After this, it is asking us data processing options. So what is this data processing option? Let's read the help text. It says processing options would you like to enable for a specific event. Current accepted value is LDU for limited data usage. So how you want to use this data of this new lead, how you are going to use this data. If you want to enable some kind of data processing option or you want to put in some limited data usage to this data, you can enter LDU in double quotes, enter here. If you want to learn more about data processing option, here in this help text, there is a link. Just click on it and it will take you to a page of Facebook developer section where you can learn about data processing option for user in California. So you can refer to this page to know more, and then you can use these fields according to that. So all of these fields are not mandatory, not required. So if you want, you can ignore these fields and then just click on Save and Send Test Request. After clicking on Save and Send Test Request, here you can see that we have received a response. And this response seems to be a success response to us. This response shows that a new lead event is been sent to Facebook conversions over here. And in that lead event, the same details of a new lead which we have received from LinkedIn lead gen form is been sent. So let's check it. We will go to our event manager section, and yes, here under test events, you can see that just now a new lead event is been received on our Facebook conversions account. When we will click on it, here you can see that the same details. The same event ID of a lead gen form response which we have entered over here. This is the exact same lead gen ID. Then here you can see the same source as app. We have entered the same source, selected the lead source as app over here, action source, and you can see the same source. Now, because we have entered this test code over here in Pabbly Connect, that is why this is sent as a test response, as a test event. And here you can see that in user data key, we have received these test details. But guys, don't worry, if you are sending some actual details, then you will see those actual details over here. So this means we can see that the automation workflow which we have created using Pabbly Connect is working perfectly fine. And using this automation, whenever a new lead will be generated using LinkedIn lead gen form, automatically the details of that form, the details of that lead will be sent as a lead event to our Facebook conversions account. Now, after setting up this automation, let's test this automation workflow once. I will once again go back to this preview mode of this LinkedIn post which we have created of this particular ad, and we are going to generate a new lead over here. Click on apply now. Then let's add a new email address here. For example, a new user. This is the email address. Then let's add a new phone number, a dummy phone number once again. And this is the name and the company. And click on submit. So when we click on submit, here you can see that just now a new lead is generated using our LinkedIn lead gen form. And we will see within 10 minutes, the conversion details, the new lead event of this particular lead will be sent to Facebook Conversion API using this automation. And it basically takes 10 minutes of time because the connection of LinkedIn lead gen form and Pabbly Connect is a polling based connection. And in this type of connection, Pabbly Connect will check for new lead. It will get the data of new leads from LinkedIn lead gen form every 10 minutes. So let's wait for 10 minutes over here. Okay, so we have successfully waited for 10 minutes. Now let's go to the event manager. And yes, here you can see that just now a new event details, has been sent over here. And here in this response, you can see the event ID for that form response. You can see the source, same source which we have selected while setting up this automation, that is app. And after this, you can also see the details. Now, because we have still added this test event code, that's why you can see the test details over here. But guys, we have checked this automation workflow in real time, and this automation is working perfectly fine. Now, after this, as I told you, don't forget to remove this test event code from here. And after removing it, just scroll down and click on this save button. So you can save this step as well. So in this video, we have successfully created this automation using which we can set new leads from LinkedIn lead gen form to Facebook conversions. So not just these applications, you can connect plenty of other applications with Pabbly Connect. And one more important thing, you will find the clone link of this exact same workflow in the description box below. By clicking on that link, you can clone this same workflow into your own Pabbly Connect account and use this workflow for free. Also, let me tell you, Pabbly Connect offers you a free plan. And in this plan, you will get some free tasks every month into your own Pabbly Connect account. So if you want to try and test this automation, you can do it for absolutely free.
In this video, I'll show you how to add LinkedIn leads to MailerLite and create subscriber automatically. So assume that I'm running ads on LinkedIn for which I have created a LinkedIn lead generation form. Now, whenever a new lead is arrived, I want that the same lead should be created as a subscriber into MailerLite so that I don't need to manually export the lead data and import it here as an email list. I want that all leads should be synced automatically with the MailerLite. So if you also want to automate this process, come with me and I will show you the whole process step by step. Alright, so this is my LinkedIn account and I'm going to integrate it with the MailerLite in order to automate this process, and I'm going to do that with the Pabbly Connect. It is an amazing integration and automation software, and I'm an existing user of Pabbly Connect, so you can see I am already logged in. You can also create your free account from the sign up free button. In the free account you will also get free tasks to test this automation. Okay, now once you will reach to the dashboard, simply click on this blue button, that is create workflow, and provide any random name to your workflow, to your automation. Okay, so I have pasted the name as when lead is arrived via LinkedIn lead generation form, then add as subscribers in MailerLite. Okay, now click on create and then you will find two boxes in front of you. So these are actually trigger and action. Okay, so here trigger means when this happens and action means do this. Whenever this happens, then automatically do this. Understand with an example also. Whenever a sale happen in a payment gateway application, then automatically send an email via Gmail application. Okay, so this is how you need to always select the applications in which you are building an automation. Okay, according to our use case, whenever any new lead is arrived into LinkedIn lead generation form, okay, so that is why I have selected this LinkedIn lead generation form application. Automatically add that lead into MailerLite email marketing application in order to create a subscriber. So that is why I have selected MailerLite into the action application. Okay, so this is how you need to always select the applications in this trigger and action window in which you are building an automation. Okay, and now the idea here is I'm going to connect this LinkedIn and MailerLite with the Pabbly Connect, and this is how I'm going to automate this process. Okay, so simply select the trigger event first, that is new lead generation form response. Okay, read the instruction also. Triggers when you receive a new form response. Okay, so whenever a new form response will receive, the details will be first captured via Pabbly Connect. For that I'll have to build an integration in LinkedIn and Pabbly Connect. Okay, so you need to provide the access of your LinkedIn account by simply clicking on this button. Okay, I have already provided these connections, so I can also go with the existing connections. Okay, but for that, if you also want to go with the existing connection, in the first time you will always have to go with the new connection only. Okay, so I have clicked on save and here you can see it is connected. Okay, and the account is showing. Okay, so I have total 3 accounts available into my LinkedIn account, so it is showing all 3 accounts and the lead form. Okay, so whatever the forms I have created into my LinkedIn lead account, all those forms have started visible here. Okay, so in this case I'm going to select which particular form, basically this healthcare for life. Okay, so I will take you to my LinkedIn account. Okay, so this is the advertisement section. Okay, and this is the group name I have created, that is Pabbly Connect, and in this group I'm running a campaign with the name lead generation. Okay, well, let me tell you, I'm not running any live advertisement. This is just an example that I am showing that how you can collect your leads in Pabbly Connect or maybe into the email marketing application. Okay, so you can see if I'll click on this advertisement, you will be able to see my ad. Okay, so the idea here is the user will see this particular advertisement in this way, and if he is really interested in this particular service, in this health test, he's going to click on this register button, and this is how the LinkedIn lead generation form will be open up. Okay, and now he can easily provide the details and connect with us. Okay, so I am also going to provide some dummy details here. Okay, so let me add some email address, that is demo@pabblytudes.com, asking for the phone number. So I will add a random number, something like this. Now you must be thinking that why it is already showing the values as Pabbly and subscription billing management service as the first name and the last name. Okay, so if I will take you to my ad, okay, so this is my advertisement and the page which is associated with this particular advertisement. Okay, I'll show you first. This is my page. If I will view my profile and I will edit this page, and you will see that in this particular page I have already mentioned the first name and the last name as this, and it is taking the values from this particular page. Okay, so I am not running any live ads, this is just an example, so I'll go with these details only, that is Pabbly as the first name, that is the default value again, and subscription billing management service as the last name, and again it is the default value which has been taken from this particular page. Okay, so let me submit this form, but before that let me first show you my Pabbly Connects dashboard. Okay, so firstly you'll have to click on this button save and send test request, and you will see a blank response will be initiated because currently I have not submitted this particular form. Now I am going to submit this form in front of you, and then again I am going to click on this button, and you will see this time it will capture all the response. Okay, so here you can see the response is received, and if I will show you the details one by one. Okay, so this is the same form name, that is Healthcare for Life. Okay, let me also show you other details. So here we have the same email address, that is demo@pabblytudes.com. we also have the phone number of the person, and we have the first name as Pabbly and last name as Subscription Billing Management Service. Okay, so the presence of this data clearly shows that the connection in between our LinkedIn lead generation form and Pabbly Connect is working absolutely fine. Okay, now I'm going to send these details to my MailerLite email application, and I'm going to create a subscribers. I'm telling you this once again that I'm not running any live advertisement. Okay, so that is why I'm going with these dummy details, but if you will run some live advertisement, you will receive the real data of your leads. Okay, and action events, since I want to create a subscriber, so I have already selected the same, and just like we have built a connection in LinkedIn lead generation form and Pabbly Connect, now I'm going to connect to MailerLite with the Pabbly Connect, for which it is asking for the token. So you'll have to click on this hyperlink. Okay, and it will directly redirect us to the API page. Okay, so this is the API page, and I'm going to generate a new token in front of you. Okay, provide any random name to your token. So let's say I provide the name something like connection with LinkedIn. Okay, I'm providing this particular name. Simply click on this green button, that is create token, and this is how you can get your API key, which you can also download for the future use. Okay, for now I have closed it, and let me paste the same token and click on save, and this is how the MailerLite will be connected with the Pabbly Connect. Okay, so the very first thing it is asking for the subscriber email. Okay, so remember we have just captured the details of the subscribers, basically the person whom we would like to create as a subscriber, and I don't need to manually copy this data and paste it here. Okay, I'm going to map it, and mapping is very simple inside Pabbly Connect. You'll have to click on these particular fields, and you will find the above data here in the drop down. Now why it is not showing any data? Okay, here you can see into this name field, when I have clicked on this particular field, I can actually access the above data. Okay, I just need to search for that email address or maybe the name. Okay, so here I will search for the name, since it is the field of the name. Alright, so I have mapped the first name as Pabbly, asking for the last name, well it was something like Subscription Billing Management Service, so I have mapped the same. Now I am also going to provide the subscriber email, which is the most important thing. Okay, and in order to map the subscriber email, firstly I'll have to enable this mapping button. Okay, as soon as I will do that, I will also be able to access the above data into this field also. Okay, let me search for that email address, and here you can see demo@pabblytudes.com. we have the same email, I have mapped it, and in the status I'm going to change it as active from the unsubscribe. Okay, and here I'm only going to provide the important data, rest of the fields I'm going to leave blank. Okay, so well I have remembered that we have also captured the phone number, so let us map the phone number as well. Now you must be thinking that what is this mapping which I am repeating again and again. Okay, so whatever the details you are going to map here, these details will be replaced automatically when this automation will work in real time. Okay, so what will happen, assume that a new lead is arrived from your form submission from your LinkedIn lead generation form. Firstly, Pabbly Connect will capture those details in every 10 minutes, because the trigger here is the polling based, and it will check for the new data in every 10 minutes, and after that it will send those details to this particular step, and this is how whatever the details I am mapping, these details will be replaced automatically as soon as a new lead data is arrived. Okay, so that is why mapping plays a major role inside this automation, and this is how this automation is going to take place. Now I'm going to click on this button directly, but before that let me first to show you my dashboard of MailerLite. Here you can see I do not have any subscribers. Let me also refresh it once, because it is showing 1. I'm not sure why. Alright, now it is showing 0, and I really don't have subscribers, no subscribers found. Now I'll click on this button, save and send test request in front of you, and wait for the response to receive. Alright, so response is received and it is positive. Let me go back to my MailerLite account and refresh this page and wait for the response to be created. Wait for the subscriber to be created. Alright, so here you can see it is showing that a one subscriber has been added, and it is the same subscriber, that is demo@pabblytunes.com. We also have the timing of subscriber creation, and if I'll click on this subscriber email, you will be able to see the name and the last name and the phone number as well. Okay, so this is how now onwards every time someone is going to submit your LinkedIn lead generation form, now you do not have to manually export this data and import it into MailerLite, because every lead will be synced here automatically into our MailerLite email marketing application. And for that you just need to create this automation inside Pabbly Connect once. After that you can sit back and relax, and you can even close Pabbly Connect, because Pabbly Connect will take care of all the tasks in the backend. You do not have to do anything manually. And just in case if you want to access this automation inside your Pabbly Connect account, I will also attach the link of this workflow into the description box. Okay, you just need to click on this link and sign up into the Pabbly Connect, and then you will be able to access this workflow, this automation inside your Pabbly Connect account, that too for free. In this video, I'll show you how to schedule meetings with your LinkedIn leads automatically. So assume that I'm running some ad on LinkedIn, for which I have created a LinkedIn lead generation form. Now, whenever any new lead is arrived via that form submission, I'm going to automatically schedule a meeting with that lead into my Google Meet software, so that I don't need to manually schedule the meetings for every incoming lead. So if you also want to automate this meeting scheduling process for every new incoming LinkedIn leads, then come with me and I will show you the whole process step by step. Alright, so this is my LinkedIn account, and in order to automate this process, I'll have to integrate LinkedIn and Google Meet, and I'm going to integrate these two with Pabbly Connect. It is an amazing integration and automation software, and I'm an existing user of Pabbly Connect, so here you can see I am already logged in. You can also create your free account in just 2 minutes from this sign up free button, and in the free account you will also get free tasks to test this automation. Once you will reach to the dashboard, click on this blue button, that is create workflow, and provide any random name to your workflow, to your automation. Okay, so I have provided the name as when new lead is arrived, schedule meeting in Google Meet. Okay, now click on create, and then you will find 2 boxes in front of you. Okay, so these are trigger and action. So trigger means when this happens, and action means do this. Whenever this happens, then automatically do this. Understand with an example also. Let's say whenever a sale happen in a payment gateway application, then automatically send an email via Gmail application. Okay, so this is how you need to always select the applications in which you are building an automation. According to our use case, whenever any new lead is arrived into LinkedIn lead generation forms, then automatically schedule a meeting into this Google Meet application. Okay, so this is how you need to select the applications, okay, as I have told you, in which you are building an automation. Now firstly I'm going to connect this LinkedIn lead generation form with the Pabbly Connect, and then I'm going to connect Pabbly Connect with the Google Meet. Okay, for that firstly select any trigger event. Okay, so I have a single trigger event only here. You can read the instructions. Triggers when you receive a new form response. Okay, so I want that whenever any new form response is received into LinkedIn, this automation should trigger, or the data should be captured via Pabbly Connect. Alright, simply click on this connect with the LinkedIn lead generation form and provide the access of your LinkedIn account. Okay, well I have already built this connection earlier, so I'll go with the existing connection only. Okay, so if you will connect this LinkedIn form in the first time, then you can also further use the existing connection also. Okay, now here you can see it is asking me to select an account and to select a lead form. Okay, so currently in this LinkedIn account I'm actually working in this Naveen Kole account, so I'm going to select the same, asking to select the lead form. Okay, so whatever the forms, the lead forms I have created into my account have started visible here. Let me show you. These are the LinkedIn lead generation form which I have created. Okay, and this time I will go with this automatic meeting scheduling form. Okay, so come back here and let me search for the same, that is automatic meeting schedule form. Okay, now when I'll click on this button save and send test request, you will see it will show you a blank response. Now why it is showing you the blank response? Because currently there is no existing lead available into this form. Okay, so I'm going to generate a new lead in front of you. Basically I'm going to do a dummy submission by filling out this LinkedIn lead generation form, and then you will see how those dummy details will be captured via Pabbly Connect. Okay, so this is my LinkedIn account, and firstly I'll show you that which particular advertisement I am actually running. Okay, you'll have to assume that I'm actually running an ad, but this is just a testing account. These are just the testing advertisement, testing lead generation form. Okay, so assume that I'm an astrologer and I'm running an ad on LinkedIn for this astrology business, and whoever wants to consult with me, they can actually book an appointment. Basically they can fill this LinkedIn lead generation form, and then they can reach out to me, and then they can have a consultation with me for free. Okay, so I'll show you the advertisement which I have created. Alright, so need guidance for your life problems, talk to the best astrologers, and here you can see talk with the astrologer online, first session is free. Okay, and when your user will click on this button, a LinkedIn lead generation form will be open up. Okay, so I am going to provide some dummy details. Okay, basically the email address, the first name and the last name. Okay, so how about I go with this demo@pabblytudes.com. this is just a random email address, and currently in this particular form I am only collecting the email address, name and last name. I am not collecting any further details. Okay, well, it is completely up to you that which particular details you would like to collect. You can customize this particular form as per your choice. Well, you must be thinking that in this first name and the last name, why it is showing as Pabbly and the subscription billing management service. Well, these are the default values which LinkedIn is actually taking from the page which I have associated with my LinkedIn leads ads. Okay, so let me show you. This is my page. Okay, if I will view my profile and if I will edit this profile, you will see that the name and the last name, basically the first name and last name are actually defined as this Pabbly and the subscription billing management service. Okay, so that is why my LinkedIn ads are taking these two values as default. Okay, if I will change these values, okay, that is dummy user, okay, it will start taking these existing values, and currently I'm just into the testing mode, so I'll go with these details only. But I have told you this so that you can understood why I am going with these details. Okay, so I'm going to open my LinkedIn lead generation form once again. Alright, so this is my account. Let me open that LinkedIn lead ad form once again. Alright, so this is my advertisement, which is really looking good. Okay, assume that some astrologer is running this ad, click on register, and then I will provide the details again, that is demo@pabblytudes.com, and the first name and last name will be the same. Okay, now let us first go to this Pabbly Connect dashboard. Okay, let me close this particular landing page. Alright, and now I'll click on this button, save and send test request button once again, and still it is showing the bank response. But once I will submit this form, and after the submission, when I'll click on this button, once again you will see the details will be captured via Pabbly Connect, because now this form actually consists of some data. Okay, so let me show you the details one by one. So here you can see this is the same form name, that is automatic meeting scheduling form. If I'll show you other details, we have the landing page of that particular form also. Okay, so this is the same email address which I have provided at the time of form submission, that is demo@pabblytudes.com, and here we have the first name as Pabbly and the last name as subscription billing management service. Okay, so the presence of this data clearly shows that the connection in between LinkedIn lead generation form and Pabbly Connect is working absolutely fine. Now I am going to schedule a meeting with this particular person. Okay, so what is the email address of this particular person? That is demo@pabblytudes.com, and that is why I will be connecting Google Meet with the Pabbly Connect, just like I have built a connection in LinkedIn lead generation form with the Pabbly Connect. Simply click on connect, click on add a new connection, and then you will have to sign in with the Google. Basically you'll have to provide the access of your Google Meet account. Again, I'll go with the existing connections because I have already provided my credentials into the previous section. Okay, into my previous automation. Okay, now here you can see my Google Meet application is connected with the Pabbly Connect. Now whatever the calendars are available inside my account have started visible here. Now you must be thinking that why it is showing the Google Calendar, because in this Google Calendar only we are going to schedule a meeting on a specific date and time. Okay, so here you can see I am going to schedule the meetings into this astrologer's calendar. Okay, so come back and let me search for the same, and here we have the astrologer's calendar asking for the summary, description, start date and end date. Okay, so here I will write something like online meeting is scheduled with client. Okay, the spelling is not correct, it should be ENT, client. Okay, and in the description also a 30-minute session with a client. Okay, IENT, a 30-minute session with a client. Okay, and further it is asking for this, what will be the start date of this meeting and start timing of this meeting and the end date and time of the meeting. Okay, well, let us first check that whether we have received any start date and timing into this particular response, which I can send over that specific field. Okay, so let me show you whether we have any data or not. Okay, so we have this, we have this form response submitted at, basically this is the timing of the form submission, but it is into the timestamp milliseconds format. It is not into the human readable format. Okay, but we have this time. Okay, other than that, whether we have any other time, let us check. Alright, so in this response I do not have any timing other than this form submission. Okay, so I want that after the 15 minutes of the form submission, the meeting should be scheduled automatically, and that meeting link should be shared automatically with my client who is submitting this particular form. Okay, so how I am going to do that? Well, before this Google Meet step, you'll have to add one more action step, and this action step is about date and time formatter feature. Well, it is an amazing feature of Pabbly Connect via which you can do amazing things with your dates. Okay, in the action event I'll go with this format date with the time zone. Well, firstly I'm going to change the format of this particular date and time, because this is not a human readable format. Even I also don't know what is this time. Okay, so how about I first go with this format date and time zone, date with the time zone, and then I'm going to change the format of this particular time. Now it is asking that enter date to be formatted. Okay, so I want to change the format of which particular date and time which I have received into the previous step. Okay, well, I don't need to manually copy this date and paste it here. I'm going to map it, and mapping it is very simple inside Pabbly Connect. If you'll click on this particular field, you will find the above data here in the drop down. This is how you can map that data. Okay, so my date is mapped, and what is the importance of mapping? So whatever the details you're going to map here will be replaced automatically when this automation will work in real time. Now it is asking for the from date and the to date. Okay, so we have the from time zone as the milliseconds, that is timestamp in millisecond. Okay, so I have selected the same, and in the to format I'm going to select the T and Z format. Now why I am taking this T and Z format, let me show you. Into my Google Meet application only, it has specifically mentioned that the time should be in this YYYYMMDD THHMMSSZ, basically into this T and Z format, and the time zone, the format also should be into the UTC format only. Okay, and in the start date as well as in the end date also it needs the UTC and this T and Z format. So that is why I'm taking this T and Z format into this to format. Okay, so we have selected this from format into the milliseconds, and to do the to format I have selected this T and Z, and again into this from format and to format I'll go with the UTC only. Okay, so I have selected UTC here, and in this case also I'll go with the UTC only. Let me search for the same. Alright, so I have selected the same. Now I'll click on this button save and send test request, and you will see I'll get a UTC timing. Okay, so if I'll show you the exact timing of this timestamp in millisecond. Okay, so let me first copy this and open some converter. Okay, calculate time in milliseconds. Okay, let me show you the exact timing of this form submission. Alright, so if I will paste the same value here, you will get the UTC timing as well as the local time. Okay, so the local time at the time basically which I have made this submission was actually 1640, but since Google Meet is asking for the UTC timing, so that is why I have selected the time zone as the UTC, and that is why it is giving me this 11:10 timing instead of the 1640 timing. Okay, so if I'll come back, and here you will see the same timing, that is UTC format instead of this local timing. Okay, so here we have this 11:10 timing. Now I'm going to add 15 minutes extra into this existing timing, into this form submission timing. Why? Because in my advertisement I have clearly mentioned that a 30-minute online session will be scheduled with the astrologer after 15 minutes of form submission. Okay, so I want that as soon as the form submission is made, after the form submission timing, 50 minutes should be added automatically. Basically, meeting should be scheduled after 15 minutes. Okay, so click on this plus icon once again, and we will search for the date and time formatter once again, because this time we would like to do a small calculation within dates and time. Okay, and currently I am going to add 15 minutes in this existing timing, and this time instead of going with this format date with time zone, I'll go with this add subtract time. Simply click on connect and it will be connected immediately. Now it is asking for the date. Okay, so I'm going to provide which date which we have just received, basically the date which we have just converted. Okay, so let me first provide the same, enter date, that is this. Okay, asking for the expression, so I would like to add 15 minutes, so that is why I am adding this particular expressions. Okay, in case you want to, okay, the spelling is not correct, let me correct it. In case you want to add some months, some days, some hours, you can also do the same. Okay, so I have provided the expression, again asking for the to and from format, so again it will be T and Z only, so I have selected it. Here also clicking on this button save and send test request, and you will see I'll get the timing of 11:25, and previously I had the timing of this 11:10. Okay, so in this 11:10 timing it has added 15 minutes, so currently I have the timing of 11:25 minutes. Okay, and again we are going with the UTC time, not with the local time. So if I'll add plus 5:30, I will actually get the local time. Let me show you that as well. Okay, so UTC time. Okay, so I'll go with this UTC to IST, Indian Standard Time, basically the local timing. Okay, so the timing I have is this 11:25 and 38. Okay, let me add the same 11:25, that is AM, convert, and here we have the actual timing of 4:55 PM, which is actually correct. This is the exact timing of the form submission. Okay, but we will go with the UTC timing only as per the given instructions into our Google Meet. Okay, so I have this start timing, and this is the timing of 15 minutes after the form submission. This will work as the start date and time of my meeting. Okay, so I have calculated, I have fetched out the start timing. Now from where I am going to provide this end timing. Okay, so again I'll show you my advertisement, what it is clearly written, a 30-minute online session will be scheduled. So basically my meeting should be end after the 30 minutes of this particular timing. Okay, so again I will add this date and time formatter feature in this particular section, and then I'll add 30 minutes extra into this existing timing so that I can fetch the end timing of this meeting. Okay, so search for this date and time formatter feature once again, connect to this feature once again, and the action event will be the same, that is add or subtract timing. Now simply provide the date, and this time I am going to map which date, basically this date, this start timing, the start date and time of my meeting. Okay, so this time I'll map the date from this last date and time formatter feature. Alright, so I have mapped it, asking for the expression. This time I am going to write 30 minutes. Okay, so I have provided the expression as well, and again I'll choose the same to and from format, that is T and Z. Alright, so I have selected the same, clicking on this button save and send test request, and then this 11:25 you will see it will automatically add 30 minutes, and we have this 11:55 timing. Okay, so now finally I have the start timing, the end timing else also. Now I'm going to map these two here. Okay, but if I'll click on this field, you will see the above data is not visible, so either you'll have to refresh this automation. Okay, but if I will refresh this automation, my details will disappear because this step is not saved. Okay, okay? So I'll show you an amazing trick. Simply click on this connect button and go with the existing connection and click on save, and this is how your automation will be refreshed automatically and your step will not removed, okay? And when I'll click on this button, you will be able to see the previous data here, okay? So this was the start date and time, and this is the end date and time. So how about I first rename these two steps in order to avoid the confusion, all right? So this date and time formatter feature I have applied only to change the format, okay? So how about I change it as change time format from milliseconds to normal time zone, okay? I can write it like this, update, okay? So this step was specifically to change the format, because remember we have got the timing into this milliseconds, which is not a human readable format, okay? So I have changed this format into the UTC format, and then I have fetched the start timing and the end timing of my meeting. So I'm going to again rename it as fetch start date and time of meeting, okay? And this is the time of after 15 minutes of form submission, okay? In order to avoid the confusion, I am renaming these steps, okay? It's really a good practice while creating any automation, any workflows, okay? And lastly, here I will write it as the end date, okay? In this fourth date and time formatter feature, end date / time 30 minutes from the start date, okay? So I hope everything is understood. Now I'll come back to my Google Meet step, and here I will finally provide the date and timing. Okay, I'll have to refresh this automation once again so that I can see the changes very easily. All right, go with the existing connection, click on save, and this is how your automation will be saved. Your automation will be refreshed, okay? So if I'll click on this field, you will be able to see the difference, okay? This was the time zone conversion. All right, I have made the spelling error. Don't worry about that, we will change it later, okay? This is the start timing, I have mapped it. This is the end timing, okay? So let me map that also. I have mapped the start date and end date, and from where I'm going to map the attendee emails. Remember, into this LinkedIn lead form, I have also got the email address of the form submitter, okay? So I have mapped the email address of the person. Now I'll be clicking on this button, save and send test request, and you will see into my Google Calendar, the meeting will be scheduled automatically. All right, so this is my Google Calendar, and here you can notice if I will open online meeting is scheduled with the client, and the date is also mentioned, the timing, that is 4:55 to 5:25. The timing is also mentioned, and here we have the email address of the person, that is demo@pabblytudes.com, okay? And if I'll open this description, that is a 30-minute session with a client, okay? But there is one problem with this data. I don't find any meeting link from where I can directly join this particular meeting after the 15 minutes, okay? So from where I'm going to join this meeting, I'll have to cross check that what exactly is missing. All right, I think I have not provided any request ID, okay? So read the instructions, enter the random unique ID for this request. You should regenerate this ID for every new request. Well, nothing can be better than this email ID, okay? Because this is surely going to be unique. So how about I add this ID only as the request ID, and then click on this button, save and send test request, and this time I am really expecting that Google Meet. All right, so here you can see one more meeting is scheduled. If I will open this link, if I will open this meeting date, you can see that we have this joined with the Google Meet, okay? So now from here exactly you can easily join this meeting and connect with your clients very easily, okay? And if I will show you the response of this particular step, you will be able to see that we have the link into our response as well. Where is the Google Meet link? I'll have to check. Alright, so here we have that hangout link, okay? So why I am checking this meeting link into the response, because we want to also inform to our user, to our client, that hey, the meeting link, this is the meeting link and you'll have to join the meeting from here, okay? So lastly, I'm going to add one more step as Gmail, and I'm going to share this meeting link, basically all the meeting details with my client, okay? So simply add a plus icon, simply click on this plus icon and search for the Gmail application, because because I would like to send email about this particular meeting. Okay, an action event, since I want to send an email. Okay, so select the same, click on connect, click on add a new connection, provide the access. Again I'll go with the existing connection, click on save, and this is how Gmail will be connected with the Pabbly Connect. Now finally it is asking for the recipient email address. Okay, so what is the recipient email address? We have just got the details from the LinkedIn lead generation form. How about I directly search for that person? Alright, so I have mapped the email address, asking for the CC BCC. I'm not going to fill these details, I'm only going to provide the important details. So asking for the sender name, so how about I write it something like Pabbly, asking for the email subject. Okay, meeting is scheduled successfully. Okay, this is going to be the subject line, and I also want the name of the person into the subject line. So I have added this hello and this comma, and then I will be searching for the name of the person. And remember, we have the name as the Pabbly. Okay, so I have mapped the name also, and again this name will be replaced automatically. Okay, asking for the email content type, well, the content will be plain only. And finally I am going to compose this email. Okay, hello, the first name of the person was Pabbly. Hello Pabbly, a 30-minute session has been scheduled with one of our expert astrologer. Okay, please be ready for the meeting because it will start in next 15 minutes. Okay, you can join the meeting from this link. Okay, and now I will map that meeting link which we have received into the response. Okay, let me directly search for that hangout link. Alright, so I have mapped it. Thanks. Okay, so this is how you can also send your meeting details into that email to your client who has booked a session with you by submitting that lead generation form. Okay, how about I directly click on this button, save and send test request, and wait for that message to arrive. Alright, so I have archived all the extra emails. Let me wait for that email to be arrived. Alright, so the email is also sent to that form submitter who has submitted our LinkedIn lead generation form, and here you can see it is the same subject line, that is hello Pabbly, meeting is scheduled hello Pabbly, meeting is scheduled successfully. Alright, I have not added this comma at the correct place, don't worry about that. Okay, hello Pabbly, a 30-minute session has been scheduled with one of our expert astrologer. Please be ready for the meeting because it will start in next time. You can join the meeting link from this link. Okay, and now your customer, your client can easily join the meeting from this particular link. Okay, so this is how, by simply creating this automation inside Pabbly Connect just once, you can automatically schedule the meetings with your LinkedIn leads. Okay, not just with the LinkedIn leads. If you want to automatically schedule these meetings with your Facebook lead ad or with any kind of leads, doesn't matter what is the source of that lead, you can do the same by creating an automation of workflow inside Pabbly Connect. And once you have set this automation inside Pabbly Connect, you can sit back and relax because Pabbly Connect will take care of all the tasks in the backend. You do not have to do anything manually. Okay, and let me show you a very important thing, that this automation will work in every 10 minutes. Okay, because the trigger here is the polling based, which will check for the new data in every 10 minutes. Okay, so just in case the details are not getting sent in real time, the details are not getting updated in real time, you'll have to wait at least for 10 minutes. And because of this extra 10 minutes, you can plan your things accordingly. Okay, just in case if you want to access this whole automation inside your Pabbly Connect account, I will also attach the link of this automation into my description box. Okay, simply click on this link and sign up into the Pabbly Connect, and then you will be able to access this workflow, this automation inside your Pabbly Connect account, that too for free. Not just these applications, you can integrate multiple applications and automate your business with Pabbly Connect. You can ask your queries at forum.pabbly.com. My team will surely answer to your questions. This is the website of Pabbly Connect, and for the latest updates of Pabbly Connect and unique automation ideas, you can join our Facebook group, that is formget.deals. If you have found this video helpful in any way, share it with your friends and colleagues and also help them to automate their business. Like, share and subscribe. Thank you for watching this video.